And we're back. We pretty sure we got that straightened out. Hopefully we did.
Yeah.
So we were talking about blue elves,
Yes.
and you were mentioning Heart's Desire.
Yes. So Heart's Desire used to be a card that was heavily used, and after a while, just kind of petered out. Because it was a useful card, but it was never enough in most decks to be justified in taking up a card slot.
Right. Yeah. The 2 AT boost is very huge, but if you can't actually reliably pull it off, a lot of the times it was just worthless to you. So in a deck like this, though, which can get so much power so quickly, it's useful, right?
Yeah, definitely. I have actually not seen this deck in play before, so it'll be a first time for me to see it in action. I can see how it works in theory, but it'll be amazing to see it actually work live.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something I always considered for One Punch Mare, but couldn't find the room. And speaking of which, that is our third seed. Aracat is running One Punch Mare. Let me
Yes.
link that. Now, his version is running Filthy Rich, which, is a pretty solid inclusion. It gives him a little bit less control, but a little more ability to win Troublemaker face-offs. Or any face-off, really.
Indeed. And it also makes and he now has 9 of his friends as hasty, allowing
Yeah,
him to do a lot of fun tricks with that.
yeah. Making the most out of that burst of speed. And he's at exactly the right benchmark for burst of speed. So, not gonna lie, this is my personal favorite deck in the tournament right now, but that might just be because it's the only deck in the tournament that I made, or, some variant of it.
Yeah.
Personal bias? What? None of us have personal biases.
Yeah, there's no way that I'm personally biased against the 7th seed card, which we'll talk about later.
Uh, yeah. So, fourth seed is also farming. It is orange farming, however. Good old reliable Applejack.
Yep, never goes away.
Let's see, who is running this? Give me just a moment.
It's being run by Thomas Burns.
Oh, thank you. Um, so yeah, we've got AJ farming. Anything outstanding to you here, Ponka? Or is this just your standard friend-based AJ deck? Well, it does have the smart cookies. Those are
Yeah,
pretty new.
yeah. The Smart Cookie is the only thing that I see that is out of the ordinary, and this not yellow,
Yellow.
orange farming deck, or yellow. Wish it could villain farm, but
It
not in this
can,
case.
just not as well as the big two.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, everything else in this is pretty standard. We have the standard card reloader, which is in every orange villain farming deck. Gun mod pie for control,
Iron
all the
Will. Yeah.
yeah, Iron Will, all the traditional events that you'd see.
So the one thing I'm noticing is this deck actually has a lot of twos. It's got a total of 10 twos in the deck, which is really high for a villain farming deck.
Indeed.
You
So
think
look,
the utility is worth all of these twos, or do you think you should be running some bigger things?
so let's take a look at all the twos he's running. The first one I'm noticing is the fact that he has 3 brain burns, which I feel like because for the most part, Rainburn it's an efficient card, but it's also not that good of a card either. It's a secondary ability, it doesn't do that much. Unfighting Point is useful, but when you're orange, you usually don't need to unfight in that many things.
Right, like, I think the inclusion here is just in case they get into a situation where they can't flip AJ or they can't get counters on AJ. But
Yeah, that's what I
that's
was
pretty
thinking too.
scarce,
But
and
yeah,
in that case, I think I would rather just run something like, what is her name? A yeah.
yeah. Formare would probably be more useful, especially they have enough. They don't have a ton of resources, but they have 5 resources, which should be enough to include some poor mares in there.
Yeah. The other thing I'm noticing that's interesting is they only have 10 villains. Do you think 10 is enough?
Um, Depends. It can be it can also it can work out great sometimes. It allows you to have a lot of utility, but at the same time, you can just end up with no villains in hand, and then you're in a bad situation for a villain farming deck. So I would think you probably run closer to 12 or even maybe more.
Uh-huh. Well, I know Feathers likes running 15, in
Oh yeah,
addition to the three, the Starlight Glimmers there. But
but she's better.
I tend to find 9 or 12 is where you want to be. Like, I believe the One Punch Mare has 12. Well, 9, because Nightmare Star is not a villain.
Yeah, but they can still fight it,
Though
so
they
it's
can
fine
still
with them.
fight her, yeah. So, one more interesting thing. They are running one problem that they simply cannot confront under any circumstance. The single copy of Desperate Times.
Yeah, but they don't really need to confront it because who needs to confront problems when you can just beat up villains?
Fair enough. And it gives you an extra flip regardless of who's fighting that troublemaker.
Which makes it extremely powerful.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to our fifth deck, fifth seed, who will be playing against the AJ Farm, round one. I don't know who we're going to see, but we do know who's playing who. This
Right.
is called Pinky Pie Powered, and it uses Pinky Ambassador as the main and Soren Pie Powered as its powerhouse friend.
Indeed. Um, do
So,
we have the deck list for this one?
yeah, it's just not in that first list. I linked it
Oh,
in Twitch if you don't have it.
I think I see it now.
Okay, yeah. So, this is, if you were at Gen Con, or if you saw the Gen Con lists, you probably saw that a few of the top 16 lists had Soren Pie Powered. He was actually in a lot of Gen Con decks, he just didn't make a top 16 in all of them. And he is a huge card that I think a lot of people just didn't quite appreciate how powerful he is.
Oh yeah, he's an absolutely brutal card, especially when used of any way of taking your opponent's friends, which this deck has plenty of.
Yeah, it's got 3 hoops and 3 simple mix-ups. And in addition to that, it has the Minuet Schadenfreudes, in case it can't find a Soren Pie Powered, and a lot of ways of just making tokens or cheap friends. It's got 3 Spitfires, 2 close air supports, a party favor. Like, friends are they're gonna be some friends for these two to eat.
Indeed, and just being at an immediate as well makes it extremely potent
Oh yeah,
for
yeah,
the 1 AT that it costs to play it.
yeah. Soren is just an incredibly powerful card, and like the big thing that he does, of course, is you park him at one problem, you park your expendable friends at the other problem, and you confront that problem, then give all, have Soren retire them all, and now he's big enough to confront the other problem, and voila, you've DFO'd.
Indeed.
And so what do you think of the close air supports in this deck? Normally not a card that sees much play.
Yeah, so I can see the utility of using this as to confront problems and start DFOs, and because you can just park all your Pegasus friends at one problem and then eat them all with sword for the other one, and you have a decent amount of power and your DFO. Not only you're
Hmm.
DFOing, but you also have a decent amount of power too.
Right. And if you have any spares, you can give them to Minuet and have that permanent power.
Yeah. So it utilizes it pretty effectively, even though the card itself normally isn't that good. Still costs a lot of action tokens to play,
Hmm.
but this deck actually makes
I
pretty
think
good use.
this place and Octavia is the place to use close air support, basically.
Yeah.
And I think it's fine here, yeah. How about the Gildas?
Let's take a look at the Gilda. So yeah, you're getting 4 power for 4 with what
Hasty.
it was seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, at hasty, but you also get 2 friends, so it's
We
four
get
for
3
four.
friends total.
Yeah, so oh, 2 extra friends is what I meant.
Yeah.
So they're spread out, which normally isn't already good because you can spread them out however you like. But not only that, you can start eating them with sword and minuet to make it even more useful,
Yeah.
especially when they have to go home after you confront a problem.
So yeah, I'm interested to see how well this will do. It's a interesting take. Now, one last thing we should cover on this deck is the main Ambassador of Laughter. Not a
So
main you see very frequently.
yeah, you usually don't see this main that often because it's very easy for your opponent normally to control whether or not they want to flip. You could, if your opponent doesn't want you to flip, especially if you're going second, it probably won't flip. But this deck is able to make it flip because of how many token friends they're able to play all the time.
Well, not only that, they have 9 friends that they can play turn 1 because of their trading traditions.
Yeah,
So, and they all cost 1, so there's a very real possibility it's just turn 1, play 2 1-drops, pass, and then what are they going to do? They're not going to play 2 friends, usually.
yeah,
Very few people can do that on turn 1. So I think she can reliably flip, and then once you do flip, I mean, that AT efficiency is nothing to scoff at, especially with Gilda, who comes in for hasty at 3 if you play her to Pinky's problem.
yeah. Definitely, it's definitely a useful main if you can get it flip, which this deck can. Definitely a main that you have to build around because in the wrong deck, it'll just be a 1-powered main for the rest of the game.
Okay, let's move on to next deck. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Let's
5.
go to the white.
Whoops, I think I missed one.
Should be the Skidoo white deck.
Yep, I totally did not open that deck. That is totally my fault. Let's see. Yeah, this is Richard Owen's Scootaloo White deck. Let me link that in chat for everyone. And yeah, it's pretty standard Scootaloo White.
Good old RTO, still around.
RTO, Night Gliders, Tyric's Reign of Terror, Cybernetic Limb Actuators, got some Thunder Lanes in there, some Spitfires, the
And the
Vote.
vote.
The, the only thing about this deck that surprises me is it does not have AK Yearling.
So why do you say that?
Well, 4 power for 1 cost is pretty solid. And then she keeps moving and you get extra power. You know, with Wildfire, she is fantastic.
That is true. But if you were to cut something, what would you cut for her?
That's the thing, right? Maybe the Spitfires, but on the other hand, Spitfire is 6 power for 3. You know, that's nothing to scoff at, and you can distribute that as you will. I mean, there's nothing in this deck that I think does not belong in this deck. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But there's always a little bit of flexibility. But yeah, I could see this doing well. 6-point acceleration cards. You know, Thunder Lane has always been ridiculous, and you know, just good stuff. Good stuff.
Indeed.
Okay, so next up is a deck no one wants to talk about whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so this is Big Cheese playing Coco Crissies.
Yes. I'm glad that Coco finally made it to top 8. Not biased at all.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see. So you're going to look at this deck list and go, what the heck is this? That's a pretty big sign that we are playing with a combo deck.
Yep.
Now, Grandpa's made this deck, he and his team, and they admit that it is not the most efficient of combo decks, but it's a fun one. It's silly. It was on stream yesterday, and it did go off. However, they're going to be going up against Grandpa's. Cheese versus Grandpa's round 1, so I'm not sure he's going to pull it off, because Elves is a much, much faster deck. I mean, he's going to try, I'm sure, but we'll see. Now, the basic premise here is you try and get out an Applejack Factory Organizer, and you want to copy it with Dip in the Pool. You also want to get out a 2 of your Philly Cocoa Pomels and 1 of your adult Cocoa Pomels. And then you start recurring this Dip in the Pool on exact duplicate, so you keep making Applejack Factory Organizers to get tons and tons of AT. You can also use Paper Twilight, of course. Eventually you'll get so much AT, you draw through your entire deck, you play some RTOs, you copy some RTOs, you confront for 1,000,000 points, and, fun stuff like that.
Yep. Combo in a nutshell.
So, yeah, now, if you saw it yesterday, you saw it took a lot of AT to go off. So, I don't know the specifics of how much AT it generally needs, but it's a lot. I don't know if we'll get it on stream again or not. We'll see, and we can talk about it if it is. But for now, let's talk about our last deck really quickly, who has a main that I have personally never seen in top 8 before. No, that's not true. I think it made it once, but I've never in an event I witnessed.
Yeah, I think I've seen this deck like I've played against this deck, not this deck, but that main exactly once in my entire career here.
Yeah, and it's Chrysalis control. Whoops, the link did not go through. That's weird. It is not letting me link that. I guess you'll just have to take my word for it, folks. Let's see if I can get the short URL link. There we go. Okay. So it looks like our players are getting set up, but in the meantime, let's briefly talk about this deck.
Yeah.
So, the thing that stands out to me is that there are a lot of one-ofs, which tells me this is probably a player without a very large collection.
Yeah. So, we see a lot of one-ofs that you definitely, in most cases, want two ofs, such as RTO and Queen Chrysalis.
Jeffrey?
And also, another thing that I find unusual about this deck is that it's running Casual Friendship, which is a card you usually don't see in competitive. It's a 3-cost resource that you have to exhaust it to gain 1 AT, so you need 3 turns in order for it just to be HE neutral, and that's not accounting for the fact that it costs you a card, which is a large ramp-up time.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, it has some very good control cards: Party of One, Pony Charm, Sugar Bell, Photo Finish, Fashion Disaster. You don't see that very frequently, but like I said, it looks like it isn't a 100% fleshed out collection, so we'll see how it plays out. But it did make it to top 8. Okay, so we've got players, on the battlefield here. Looks like we'll be able to see this Chrysalis deck in action. Looks like we are showing first seed versus 8th seed. Who do you think is going to be favored here?
So just by looking at the decks in general, I think, and also we got to deal with the placements too. First seed to 8th seed is usually a more one-sided matchup than any of the other top 8s. And
I mean, usually, but not intrinsically.
yeah, but we also are dealing with the deck matchups in general.
Yeah, I do think this is going to favor Tyler, but you know,
Yeah, there's a
Pink
lot
White can do a lot of controlling nonsense, and if they can get out some troublemakers, the Elves deck.
Party 1's a ridiculous card. It
Yeah,
hurts
yeah.
pretty much every deck.
But yeah, the Elves deck only really has 5 TM busters. 3 of them are Tyrix Reign of Terror.
So it really comes down to can Chrysalis set up fast enough, or is Blue Elves just gonna go too fast for him?
Yep. Yep. So yeah, I think it might be an interesting match. I'd like to see how this goes down. I know several people are probably going to be rooting for the underdog here. Then again, these are both fan favorite mains.
Yes, they did. They pulled a feather off of Skittle. Now she was just hiding it on her body.
But she was a chicken, so.
Yeah,
Chickens do have.
That's how we know that she's not a pig. She's a chicken.
Have they decided who's going first yet? I don't think so.
I have not seen any rolls or anything like that, so I do not believe so.
So I do like the mats here, if you noticed.
Yeah. There's a slight difference in the maps and the mains.
Yes. They match, but they don't.
That match in the exact wrong way.
So Chrissy is starting with Winter Startup, and that 10 is actually probably going to be a little bit rough for Elves early on, because you know they need to get their friends on the field before they can start doing the exhaustion tricks. But
Yeah, so it should help buy Chrysalis a decent amount of time to start setting up.
right, the question is it enough? Okay, so that's a 9 for Tyler.
Oh,
And that's a 3, so it looks like Tyler will be going first.
Okay, you got.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Oh dear, you know, they forgot to give me the software for keeping track of score, so
Oh,
we're just not going to have that.
well, and I don't see any markers of the players keeping score yet.
Okay, okay.
I'm sure they'll show up
Yeah,
eventually.
they might be using
But yeah,
tokens
so
or
this
something
is,
like
this, for those just joining in, this is Tyler on the right with Blue Elves, and Jeffrey on the left with Chrysalis Control.
Fast turn.
that. Looks like we got the standard bank 2 pass, bank 2 pass.
Yep.
So annoying.
Spending 3, probably for a 3-cost friend.
Yep.
Formare! That's
Yep,
a good
forward
friend.
and home. Let's see if he finds anything.
I think it's me, you know, like, you're gonna get hurt.
Probably looking for the Wonderbolt Stadiums here. Found a Trash and a Tyrix Reign of Terror. Yeah, you'd probably take the Tyrix here.
Yeah, Trash is. It actually does have a lot of use against that deck. He has a lot of
This is
things that you
true.
don't want because you got Stack of Suitcases, Fashion Disaster, a lot of things.
Pony Charm. Yeah.
A lot of things Elves does not want to see around.
So, and does he have 3 Trash in this deck or just the 2?
Let's take a look.
He only has the 2, and now
Oh.
one's on the bottom.
Yeah, I actually would think Trash might be the better thing to take in this case
2 action tokens.
because especially because they know each other. Do they know each other's deck list?
They
I think
should,
do.
yes.
Mind control mage.
And it looks like Chrissy has a Castle of Friendship in hand. If he's going to play that, now is probably the time, you know, as
Yeah.
early as possible. That's his only one.
Looks like.
He's going for it, yeah.
Yep.
For Castle of Friendship.
And
So, yeah.
we know that one Trash is not showing up, so he might be able to get some use out of this.
Yeah,
And looks like
looking
at
at this
least, I think that's 2 Troublemakers.
yeah, that's definitely 2 troublemakers. I saw 2 troublemakers in there.
And he's
I
got
don't
a
know
double
which ones they
trouble
are.
and a pony charm. I think he actually has a good hand for dealing with elves.
Yeah, because one trashes the bottom, and he has 8 resources that are going to be very impactful. And he
Oh,
knows he
and
can
he's
only deal with
thinking,
one.
does he play a troublemaker now, or does he wait until there's some friends there so he can frighten them? Personally, I think I'd wait.
Pass turn.
Yeah, there's no real reason to play it right now.
Oh, and do keep in mind, the Chrysalis main can in fact steal any friend. So Tyler's gonna have to be careful with what friends he plays.
Yep. What do you think he's looking to steal with Chrysalis if he sees it? What do you think his best deal would be?
Bulk biceps get swole is a huge target. Like that is probably the crux of the elves deck. Orchard Blossom wouldn't be awful. Night Glider you obviously don't want your opponent to have. Iron Will's a pretty good choice.
Draw.
Like, you don't want to steal the Rutherford. You don't want to steal the Rainbow Dash growing up. You probably don't want to steal the Applejack Hard Day's Work unless you just don't want Tyler to have that, because with all of his stubborn, that's pretty relevant. The Formary you probably don't want to take. You might take the Igneous Routes and Cloudy Quartz, but I don't think so. So I think the priority targets would be the Bulk Biceps, Get Swole, and the Night Glider Overpowering. And if I were Jeff, I would make sure to just not use Chrysalis until one of those two friends is in play.
Yeah. Because not only is it a primary target, but also discourages him from playing those cards.
Right.
One.
Oh, there's the
Oh,
troublemaker.
I'm sorry, my cursor is on screen apparently. Let me take that off.
I did not see which troublemaker you just played down though.
No, I didn't see either. Now, he didn't play to the Trading Traditions, which is interesting. I would have played it to the Trading Traditions.
Yeah, because you got a 10 power blocking that, so he's probably not going to be confronting that for a while.
Pass turn.
And he already wants to put a lot of power there anyway, right?
Yeah. Got Wonderbolt Stadium.
Wonderbolt Stadium?
So thinking about it, actually, there is a very relevant thing for having the Tyrix Reign of Terror that I didn't consider before. If Chrysalis steals something, if you frighten it with Tyrix Reign of Terror, you get that right back.
Oh yeah, that is a good point.
I mean, you get it back frightened, but it's yours. Okay, so now we're up to 4 power there.
And there we go. Yep.
And growed up a Rainbow Dash. That's 1 point. 1 point for Tyler. Though, that is a prime villain target right now. I think if I'm Chrysalis, I would just try and scare that right now. Or you could start a face-off, get rid of Muffin Mare's blue, then steal the Rainbow Dash, and now he has no blue.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is like you denying entry is always a great tactic.
The thing is, though, does he have 4 power in his hand to do that?
Troublemaker phase. It's Discord.
Oh, Discord.
Oh, that should be fun.
That's why he played it there, because he wants it to grow.
Main phase.
Yeah, now it makes a lot more sense.
Or an
And
action token.
he's gotten 3 activations off from Castle of Friendship.
So he's paid for it.
So he's paid for it. He hasn't paid for the cost of the card yet, but he has paid for it.
But he probably will, because we know one trash is at the bottom, and he can't
Right.
afford to use the trash on the Castle of Friendship when there's
So-
much primer targets.
He has the Sugar Bell in hand, and he has the Fixer. So he could just steal the Rainbow Dash right now.
I feel like that would probably be the
That
best
wouldn't
idea.
start a face-off, though.
Huh?
Queen Chrysalis.
Oh, he stole Formare.
Interesting.
418. And no extra power.
Oh.
So why do you think he took Former?
I'm not sure.
There's no way in that deck that you can
I mean,
get both night.
gets rid of the stubborn that you would use with Muffin Mare, so I can that possibility. Maybe he just wanted to flip her, get the power.
If that was the case, why wouldn't you take Rainbow Dash instead?
Yeah, I don't know.
To
Moving Chrysalis
move Chrysalis.
Okay.
and
To Kevin, naming pink.
Alright.
okay. So he can now play his Party Fillies,
Enter.
but that is actually the only pink card that he has unlocked.
Indeed.
Card. Oh, heart. Yeah, draw a card.
So he's at 5 power versus Discord 7. Banished a Igneous Rock and Cloudy Quartz, the Pie Moms, or Pie Parents. Man, if only they were both moms. But no, the Pie Parents, yes. Something that Tyler does want, but Jeff does not, so, oh well.
Yeah, it's not that impactful for him. I think he's going to play a 3 AT cost card. Don't know what it is yet.
Orchard Blossom?
Ready to go
Or maybe
with
get Swole now that
Oh,
we've had the
just Reign of
flip.
Terror.
Stadium to make
Oh, Reign of Terror.
Reign of Terror free.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, want to move?
1AT to move Rainbow Dash.
And now he's going to confront.
Yep.
Get 1AT.
Who is he frightening? Do you frighten the Kevin here, or do you frighten the Applejack to get her back?
I don't think he needs the Applejack right now, so I just fighting Kevin.
frighten Kevin, yeah.
Kevin.
Applejack isn't doing anything over there.
Okay. So now,
Pass turn.
if you're Chrysalis, I think you spend all 4 of your AT just
Ready.
confronting. Oh, you won't get rid of it because
Draw.
Rainbow Dash isn't large enough. Ooh, that is a problem. How do you get rid of this Reign of Terror?
We are at
Oh, that is a good question. Let's see.
Troublemaker phase.
Oh,
Bell Tower, that's
not
reasonable. But yeah, he doesn't have too many troublemakers, and one's already in play. So, one thing you could do is you could just put a troublemaker to Tyrik's Reign of Terror.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He has one in his hand, so he could do that.
But if you do that, Rainbow Dash will confront again for 1 AT. So that Applejack is going to get frightened.
But does he have any better option to
That's
do?
the question.
I
yeah.
don't think he can stop.
Well,
Rainbow
unless
Dash
he can
confronting.
DFO for a total of 4 AT. He needs 1 more power at Trading Traditions and 5 power at Reign of Terror.
Challenge Discord.
Indeed.
Exhaust.
And I don't think he can actually do that in his deck. I
I didn't see
don't
any-
think it is physically possible.
Let's see, what is this?
Okay, so he's turning
that's
Chrysalis. Oh, so he's going to play the Sugar Bell here.
And Steel Rainbow Dash? Yeah.
Yeah, Steel Rainbow Dash.
It's not a bad idea.
Sugar Bell.
Alright.
In control of Rainbow Dash.
So now he has 6 power. And if Tyler can't confront that next turn, then he can DFO, get rid of the Tyrik's Reign of Terror, and he still has those friends relatively safe.
Phase.
Indeed.
And in the meantime, he's scoring a point.
But
If Tyler
can,
can confront that, then he's got a Frightened Sugar Bell there. And Tyler will have basically 4 AT to work with here because of the
I actually need
whoops, the
Wonderbolt Stadium.
Wonderbolt Stadium. Yeah. Is that some AT banked on the side?
I need a question about
I'm not sure. I think they're still discussing what's going on in the
Oh.
previous turn.
what happens. Exactly.
But I don't think he had AT banked.
The mind control.
What's that pile next to Chrysalis's eye?
That might be his AT for next turn.
Maybe.
Does she
Because he did I'm pretty sure he did not have AT
causes her
going at the end of his last turn.
frightened at that point?
But we will see.
Yeah, because he used 4 AT for that turn.
Let me read Sugar Bell.
Yeah, Sugar Bell.
Okay, so it looks like they're looking for a wording on Sugar Bell. He wants to know what happens if Sugar Bell is.
The modifier is the one that has that.
Yeah, the
caveat?
modifier is the one that has it on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready.
So okay, yeah, looks like you were right. It was just a pile for next turn.
Yep.
So if he has any friend in his hand, I think he can pull this off.
Okay.
Which I'm sure he does. And there's the I see plenty.
We'll go ahead.
And he is playing an aggro deck.
Do that.
Oh, yep, he needs to banish to Discord first.
You're all right.
Oh, that's a good hit.
Oh, that is his second Tyrix Reign of Terror. So if he can get rid of this Tyrix Reign of Terror, he will not see any more. He will not have to worry about them for the rest of the game. Unless, of course, he beats up Discord.
He has to beat up Discord to do that. Or
So, okay,
Discord goes
3
away
for
anyway.
Orchard Blossom.
Orchard Blossom.
You don't have any blue.
Trading.
Oh,
No.
he doesn't have any blue.
No, he does. Trading Traditions.
Oh, Trading Edition, he does.
Yeah. So now, Orchard Blossom 6 power.
Okay, 1 AT.
Yeah. That's point. Right in Sugar Bell.
Frighten Sugar Bell, get back the Rainbow Dash. So now, on the other hand, though, now that he has 5 power there, he just needs to confront Tyrix Reign of Terror and it's gone.
Yeah.
He might lose a random card to Orchard Blossom, but maybe he'll win that
worth it.
face-off. He has a better flip average, and he's already got 3 power there. All he needs to do is move Chrysalis over. So,
And Reign of Terror just can't stay around.
yeah,
It's not,
so banishing Photo Finish.
not a great hit, but
No.
Photo Finish is also not useful in early game.
Yeah, it's not
so-
useful right now, so he's not sad to see that go, and if he beats up that Discord, he'll probably want it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I think the call here is Rally Sugar Bell, pay 2 to move Chrysalis. So that's all 4 of your AT for the turn. You confront the Tyrix Reign of Terror, 6 versus 6,
Go to main phase.
and
Exhaust. Cancel for an action.
get rid of that Reign of Terror, send all that stuff home. Good stuff. I mean, granted, Orchard Blossom is swift, but, you know.
Yeah.
1 for Pinkie Pie.
Okay, so,
For Pinkie Pie,
Huh.
I will have my pink entry.
interesting.
I'm trying to see what
So,
he's
does he have a
he's
way
playing.
of DFOing here?
How much AT? He has 3 AT left. So he would need 5 of his 3 AT somehow.
Right. Coloratura won't quite pull that off. If he has another Sugar Bell in his hand.
That would actually work, yeah, but I did.
But
I
no,
did
he
not
doesn't
think I
have the
saw it.
pink. He doesn't have the pink.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have the pink, that's true. So you can do that regardless.
I'm not sure. Maybe he's just going for the 1 point here.
Which seems like an odd choice.
And hold on to my other action token.
Yeah, but he just
Okay,
went for the
yeah.
1 point.
Alright.
Maybe he just didn't see the rallying Sugar Bell play.
So I will confront.
3 AT. Ready?
Go for it.
So game 4 for 26. It's 23.
And goodbye, Nightmare.
Oh, hold on. This is a good point. There was actually a face-off. We're going to need to see if we can pause this game. There should have been a. Well, it's too late, I think. But there should have been a face-off at Tyrix Reign of Terror.
Oh yeah. They did have enough power.
That.
Thank you, Apple Beam, for catching that.
You had 3 cards duplicated on that, and your total deck list only came out to 44 cards, even with those duplicates.
I'm just going to accept.
Your deck list apparently had you running 6 copies of Coffin Corn.
The problem is that
I'm gonna go ahead and
everyone I have contact with is in their own game right now.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like they'll probably just
Yeah. That is very unfortunate. That would have definitely favored Jeff here, especially now with the Night Glider showing up, and yeah, this is clearly a DFO, almost certainly one that he's going to win.
buff. Orchard Blossom.
Okay.
No.
Anyway, I have to go on this turn or you win.
Okay.
So,
have to try.
Then I will move to score phase.
Okay.
Confront.
Okay.
I will choose to write an Applejack, which gives me back control of her. I will confront here.
Toon Boy, I believe the score is about to be 4-2-2,
When?
Oh.
and then they're going to do a face-off.
Oh, you're right.
We've
you're
got-
right, Ben.
I was like, I've been listening.
How far past have you gone? Have any
One.
meaningful game decisions been made?
Yeah, okay, so it looks like they're trying to resolve the T-Rex Reign of Terror situation now. It might be too late.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're in a face-off here.
Okay. Well, isn't it a multi?
Yeah, it's a multi. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so they're going for the DFO right now. That
Alright.
shame that this got handled this way,
No
but
response.
they didn't catch it.
Yep.
So now the question is, did he win by 5?
So yeah, 5, 9, 10.
My guess is yes.
Yeah, I believe so. Let's see. You got 4. that could be-
Where did the Applejack? Oh, it went home. Why did it go home?
He fighting it with.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
shouldn't have gone
okay.
home. Should have stayed at the problem.
Bonus for Night Glider.
I mean,
Which
it
Applejack
doesn't
is that?
really matter.
Yeah.
But so I think the score is now 7.
6 cards in hand.
7-2-2 in favor of the Muffin Mare deck. Oh, that is really unfortunate that this had to play out like this, though.
Yeah.
On the plus side, he will never see another T-Rex Reign of Terror this entire game.
Indeed. It is. And he also lost the Night Glider, so that's useful.
Yeah. Well, he still has one in play, so.
Yeah. But
Okay, that's a
One,
free
good job.
card for Jeff.
free card that he desperately needs right now. So there's a number of ways out of this. Let's see, what was that?
Draw a card.
Well, he still has a
That
Troublemaker in
action set?
hand.
Yes, he does.
And he had 3 AT last turn, so he's going to go into this with 8 total AT.
Exhaust your card.
Unless he
A lot
doesn't
of
exhaust
AT.
his castle for some
Or
strange
action
reason.
token.
I think that's a fashion disaster that he drew. And then he's about to draw another card.
Fashion?
That's it.
And it's another Troublemaker, so do you play both Troublemakers here?
Yes, you do.
I think you're right. I think you play both Troublemakers.
Well, the problem is let's see, that's a 2 bonus problem. So your opponent technically could rent next turn with the Night Glider just by DFOing.
Rally Sugar Bell.
So Rallying Sugar Bell,
Exhaust
gaining an
your
AT,
friendship to gain an action token.
playing the Fashion Disaster and the 2 Troublemakers?
Fashions, yeah, that might be the right call.
Unless he has the Party Filly in hand.
Let's see.
Pony
Charm.
Charm.
That's also a good option because
Yeah.
he knows he only has one trash.
Oh yeah, he needed the white. Ah, yeah. And now
Yeah.
he's got. I think you played the 2 T-Rex.
Yeah, because now that you don't have a threat of him winning next turn, the
Right.
T-Rex is the way to go.
What were the meaningful decisions that had been made to stop the face-off or pass the face-off?
It was like an entire cycle of us confronting the problem again.
Yeah, so yeah, they're bringing up the whole face-off thing,
Yeah.
and they recognize it is unfortunate, but it was just too late to back up because it was a whole turn cycle had passed. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so paying 2. I think he's thinking about those T-Rex.
Yeah, his hands are hovering over them.
2.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
is
he's
he
moving
moving?
Sugar Bell.
No, he's not.
Okay, he's reconsidering.
Hold on to 2.
Yeah, I don't know what moving Sugar Bell would accomplish in this situation. There's one for one Troublemaker. Yep.
Yep, T-Rex.
One.
Oh, is that another Troublemaker in his hand? No, that's
No, that's the same tier.
the Chrissy behind it.
Yeah. He has 2 T-Rex, Chrissy, I do not know. I think that's
Another
the
Pony
plus
Charm.
one. Yeah, another Pony Charm. I can't see what the last one is. That might be Coldterra.
And he only has 2 Pony Charms.
In turn.
They're actually just large.
Just the one Troublemaker. Okay. I can see some merit here. He's thinking, well, maybe he'll put some power at this other problem, which is 10, and then you
Yeah,
can frighten that.
And he'd only get 1 point out of it, so
Yeah.
that's not that big of a deal.
Well, he'd get 2 total, unless he,
Oh, yeah.
confronting this turn and next turn.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead.
Oh,
there's
Trash!
the
Oh, he
Trash.
found it!
Unfortunate.
Oh no.
Okay.
Taking back control of my Night Glider.
So now, can you
And
win
the
this
Crucialist deck has no way of getting rid of that trashed whatsoever. He does have another Pony Charm in his hand, though.
turn? That is hilarious. I kind of want to see that happen now. But the question is, can you win this turn?
So you've got 4 AT plus the 1 AT from Wonderbolt Stadium, right?
Yes.
So
How many points is he at? Is that 10 or 11?
oh no, I don't think is it?
No, it can't be 11 because it'd be at 4 AT. I mean 5 AT.
Yeah.
So I think
1, 2,
it's
3,
either 9 or 10. I
4,
can't
5, 6, 7. It's at least 8. It might be 9. It depends on whether or not the scorecard is positioned correctly or not.
So if it's 9,
halfway on
yeah.
that number.
Yeah. So if it's 9, then he can win this turn if he can DFO. If it's 8, then he cannot.
Yeah, because he would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if he has Night Glider involved. So he can do 1 to move Orchard Blossom. However, he does need 7 and 10 for his power.
Yeah, he probably would not be able to DFO, but I also do not know what he has in his hand.
Right. So, the question is, can he get any points this turn without, frightening stuff? He's
Yeah.
gonna move Orchard Blossom.
1 to move. Orchard
Okay.
Blossom.
Oh yeah, he has 2 Swift friends, so it's a good start.
See what else he's got.
Going to
Hard hat.
Hard Hat. Okay. So he's gonna put 3 more power on Orchard Blossom. It's now 6 power.
shift power from Muffin Mare to Orchard Blossom.
Okay.
1 to shift power from Orchard Blossom to Ring.
So that's 6 plus 9. I'm seeing 0 confronts.
Confront.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on here.
2.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How is he confronting those?
He's not confronting those.
Alright.
Is he not? 'Cause he's got 4 or 5. Yeah, what's going on?
And you need to discard a card for Orchard Blossom.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
5 cards in hand.
Orchard Blossom is 3 power, right?
Go ahead and do
No, Orchard Blossom is 4 power.
It is
Okay.
4 okay.
Yeah, that's what I was missing.
Yeah, I thought it was 3.
Okay, in that case, it did work.
But he did not win this turn,
Yeah.
so there's still hope.
Yeah, that was solid 3 points. I'm betting the Chrysalis player wished they had played that other Troublemaker right now.
Yeah, the other Troublemaker would have been very helpful in dealing with the situation.
So that brought him to, looks like 12.
Yeah, that should be 1, 2. Yeah, so if that's 12, yeah, so
5 action
he
tokens.
would not have been able to win even if he could DFO
Right.
with Night Glide last time.
5. Like 5 times. I would do save.
Oh, is that another Troublemaker?
Draw.
I think it was.
Net 1 cheaper.
So there's Tyrek.
Voyager phase.
Yeah, that's another T-Rex he drew.
But then I would also have to play.
So yeah, so he's going to play... So you have to play the other Tyrek here, right?
Yeah,
Your opponent
there's
has too
nothing-
many points.
Yeah, there's no reason you can't play it at this point. You have to play it, because otherwise there's really no coming back from this.
Do it. Oh, I do that again.
Question is, well, no, I don't think it would be useful to even bother Pony Charming Night Glider at this point.
Not right now, no. I think you play the Tyrek and then you play the defensive game. You just protect those Tyreks as best as you can. He has a double trouble in his hand to help protect any face-offs that he tries to start. He has no Tyrik's Reign of Terrors available to him. The only TM Buster he has, then, is the 2 Will Make Our Marks, which, you know, can give him a very, very large character, but it's one character versus one Troublemaker, and it has to be his main or Tyrik will just eat that friend.
Yeah. Pony Charm.
Pony Charming.
Is he Pony Charm?
Oh, the Orchard Blossom. Okay.
That's actually...
That's not a bad choice. Get that power gone, and then I think you still have to play the Tyrek here, though. I mean,
Yeah, you definitely have to. You can't let him get any more points. He's going to get one more point regardless, but after that...
Right. He took off the big thing here. If he can somehow get rid of that Philly Dash, he'll have no blue. Won't even have to worry about the Will Make Our Marks for a long time.
Doesn't he still have Night Glare?
Oh, right. Fair enough. I guess all his friends are blue, aren't they?
Yeah.
Actually, every single friend in... No, not every. Most of the friends in this deck are pretty blue.
But the worst case scenario is
Yeah, he played the Tyrek.
Yeah, you had to. And
Yeah.
pass turn. Okay, so 5 AT. No way in the deck to finish the game this turn. What do you do if you're Tyler?
Well, let's see what he draws first.
You confront for 1, right?
Yeah. You want to confront as few friends as possible, because you know they're going to get fried.
So I think if you're Jeff, what you have to do at this point is dig for that photo finish, protect those Troublemakers. I don't think you can afford to beat up those Troublemakers, period.
No, there's no way you can afford that.
Until you're going to win the game, you can't fight those Tyreks.
Yeah. The second you open those up, then he's going to win.
so now that our hands are revealed to each other.
I already know you.
Right.
How many photo finishes? Because we know one photo finish.
He has 2. He has 2, so he needs to find that last one.
That is a tall task.
In the meantime, he can drop a Fashion Disaster, which will severely restrict Tyler's ability to you know, amass friends at a problem, or he could
Yes.
party of 1. You know, there's a lot of things available to him.
Then
He's just gotta make sure he
bring back
protects those Troublemakers as best as he can.
Yep. I think he does not have a party in one hand, but having one in hand would be very useful as security in case he has too many friends that line
So
up.
he has an RTO.
Let's go ahead.
Not useful here, unfortunately.
Yeah, RTO will not help him in this situation right now.
So I think what you want in this situation is you want a Fashion Disaster, you want as many stack of suitcases as you can get, and you want photo finish.
Yeah, if he could, the second he finds stacked suitcases, he needs to play those. That would help him tremendously in taking control of this game.
Yeah, and if he has a few pocket removal in hand as well, like some party fillies, you know, all the better.
play Honey again. With the reduced cost of 2.
So we're gonna go ahead and do
Alright, think this.
Wonderbolt Stadium
Another Orchard Blossom.
Another Orchard Blossom. Okay.
2, and we'll play
That seems really low.
a Orchard
And it
Blossom
means that there's extra.
over here.
So now,
So he's not going for that 1 point, it looks like.
it doesn't look like it. He's
And
going to move dash. So now if he challenges, he loses dash, and it's 4 versus 6.
here.
That's not great odds. And it could be even worse odds if he decides to blow up Orchard Blossom with Party Filly.
Yeah. Personally, if I'm Jeff, I don't worry about that. Because I think he has the double trouble in his hand.
Oh yeah, he does have the double trouble in his hand, so then yeah, he would not have to. Oh, that's a good.
And there's a
matchup.
party of 1. You don't play that here.
You don't play it right now, but just having the security of having that is
Yeah.
great.
So there's another Tyrek.
Troublemaker phase.
Alright.
Party of one, something I definitely would look forward to drawing right now.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to have that
I
security.
think the best possible thing he can draw is photo finish, but
Yeah, because
party of one, I'm not gonna slouch. So, do you start digging? I think you start digging.
I think you do start digging. You
Oh
definitely
no,
don't
he's
want to
moving Orchard Blossom.
Orchard Blossom.
Oh, I think he's going to intentionally feed Orchard Blossom to Tyrek.
No, that's not bad. He doesn't need Orchard Blossom for anything right
Yeah.
now.
No.
Okay, so he moved Chrysalis too.
Like igneous rock there.
No, I think he just needs to find that photo finish.
Yeah, I think it's more important to be digging right now than worrying
Yeah,
about Orchard
I
Blossom.
do like the moving the Orchard Blossom plan.
I just wouldn't put that as priority right now.
Yeah.
I can never remember. Does Tyrek eat frightened friends?
Yes, he does, and they have the lowest power, right?
I believe the question they asked was, does Tyrek eat frightened friends?
That's a triggering question.
Oh, what is he trying to actually beat it?
I think he is.
They're up there.
That's
Huh.
interesting decision. Oh no, because he has the other Tyrek.
Oh yeah, he couldn't just play the other Tyrek as well. So that's
But if he
I
does
would-
that, then he gives him back the frightened Orchard Blossom.
yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't agree with it. I would rather start. Yeah. Huh? Interesting.
One or wait, trouble.
Play Tyrek at the other problem.
No, I think this is a mistake.
Yeah. You see what he's trying to do. He's trying to protect that problem and then start scoring points off his problem. But that leads to issues of leaving him open to Night Glider. Just a large amount of power there. Night DFO by 5 or more, and then win. So I see what he's trying to do, but there's a flaw in it.
Mm-hmm.
To cutie marker.
Alright.
And intern.
Okay. So is he going to be challenging this Tyrek?
Oh,
Does he think he can win? Is there some trick in his deck that I'm missing?
I don't see any trick. I don't think he's going to bother. There's no reason to bother. Might as well, especially with what he. Oh, Rutherford, interesting.
Oh, he
That's
does
a
have
trick.
Rutherford. Okay, so he's going to.
So if I'm doing my math correctly, you're
Frightening.
Right in that.
So he frightened. So he drops Rutherford. So now he feeds Rutherford and he goes into the 7 versus 6.
I will challenge Lord Jarrett.
Okay.
Eats Prince Rutherford.
But he has a double trouble in hand, so he can protect it. Oh, what's this?
Oh, and he's whoa there Nellying to put Rutherford back into his hand. Ouch.
Interesting, yeah.
That gives him that extra 2 power again immediately.
2 AT.
So now he's going into this 9 versus 6.
Pinkie Pie.
That is kind of disgusting.
And flips. He flips a 4 to a 4. So he
Yeah.
is winning right now, so he needs to play that double trouble.
Does he?
Does he have the 8? Oh wait,
No,
I
he
think he
doesn't
used
have
all the
AT.
AT.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You beat him.
That's gonna be game. Okay, so Elves takes it.
Very good game. That discard. A bunch of nice things. Pretty much everything you ate out of that was just like.
So yeah. That's round one.
Glider has all my cards on it.
Elves takes it. Oh, yep. Making sure they give back all of the correct cards.
That's happened so many
A lot
times.
of cards have changed
Hypnobug.
ownership multiple times in some cases. I'm really sad though that we didn't get to see Pony Charm trash Pony Charm.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that.
Charlie's playing from President, so.
No, playing dip.
Oh, playing Dip again, right now. Okay, gotcha.
So okay, let me check in, see if how our other matches are doing. I know Aracat is done.
Playing a cloning. Brings that down to 4. Knocking Joe going up to 6. And now I have 4 of them.
But yeah, it's a shame that that Terrorist Reign of Terror wasn't called out, because it would have been a very different game if that had been caught in time.
Indeed.
Bringing. Because we. One vanilla. Yeah. Then 3 to play Gravy Boat, which is enough to play with Chloe.
That is. You gotta do that.
So we do have some other matches going.
Yeah.
So we'll be a bit.
Yeah.
The Gravy Boat. Oh, that's right. You didn't even have to dip the Gravy Boat. That's true.
Apparently,
Dip the gravy.
you might be in for some good news. I'm in for some bad news. Our cat has lost. Cheese and Grandpa's are looking to see if Cheese has won or not. They're doing some math. And I don't know about the 4th game yet.
4.
But our cat losing
Factory deck.
is
2 of those out.
unfortunate.
Indeed.
Tap it. Go up to 7.
Sure.
What was he playing? Let me take a look.
He was playing against the pink-blue deck. And you know, pink has always been One Punch Man's worst nemesis.
Oh, for a second there, I was like,
Can see that?
Those food fights, rolling tones,
okay. Then
etc., etc.
we have to take 3 down to 4.
Oh, our cat played Scoots White.
Here, no.
Huh.
So, sure. That will give me.
Oh, right.
So you got out aggro?
So he just got out aggroed, sounds like.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, 2 of these. Up to 6.
Oh, right. The pink-blue is playing against the orange farming. So we have at least one upset. Sounds like we might have 2 upsets.
Then
And
we play 3.
I know you would like it if the Chrysalis deck just wins. Because of Chrysalis, not because of anyone else that the
Oh,
deck's
yeah,
named after.
totally. Uh-huh.
You're right. 2 this right now. 2 before.
So no word about the 3rd match, or the 4th match right now.
I get back this card.
Is that one still going, Ara?
Then 3 down to 4. For Gravy Pot.
Gravy Boat.
1. And
It's apparently the 4th match is currently 5 versus 6 in Applejack's favor. How much time's left on the round?
then I will have to figure out first.
Yeah, I think you are gonna have to.
Okay.
You are in a
No, I already have a dip.
Yes, you do.
I dip Gravy Boat.
Cool. You did Gravy Boat.
Tap.
Where? Where do you did Gravy Boat?
Here.
Okay, cool. Dip Gravy Boat.
That's not that. Can't block.
Yeah. That's right. Those are the others.
Anyway, I think I'll take this, okay. Round is, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to time, plus, you know, the standard 5 minutes for the last turn or 2 turns or whatever, you know.
Yep.
So, not a lot of time left. So, but in the meantime, I am going to briefly talk about the villain challenge that's going to happen later tonight. I don't have the specific time in front of me, but you know, I'll be back. I'll make sure to let you all know when that is. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Grandpa's has been working on this a lot lately. I mean, a lot of commentary magic has been. I've not really been able to, but it does look very, very interesting. I don't want to spoil too much, but I will say that it's a 1 versus 3 format, where the 1 starts out with some huge advantages, has a 2-color main that gives them +2 AT and an extra card every turn. Solid. And it's interesting. Definitely, any of you who can check it out, I recommend coming back to check it out. We're going to see how well we can stream it. It's going to be a little awkward getting four mats in the shot, but from what I hear, they're confident that they can pull it off. So we're going to stream this, and it's going to be awesome, and everyone should check it out. Okay, I've told villain challenges from 7 to 11 Pacific. So I'll be here for that. I think Ponka will not be able to be here for that.
Yeah, I will have to look into that.
Yeah. And before that, of course, there's Team Sealed, which they're also going to be streaming, but I will not be commentating. I unfortunately only have time to commentate on one of those two events, and I think the Villain Challenge would be more fun to commentate on.
Now I think I should have done this.
So I think we're coming to the end of that 3 minutes and 30 seconds here, so time is going to be called any moment now,
Yeah.
2 minutes left. Or, I'm sorry, 1 minute left. Yeah.
with 2 matches still being played. Apparently, Cheese and Grandpa's are still trying to figure out if Cheese wins. We'll let you know as soon as we know.
That is the point where it's fun.
So, okay, so
Get ready.
we know Elves won, and we know
All but one Coco.
the Scootaloo deck won, but they won't be playing against each other. So, next match, we should be seeing, unless either of them doesn't want to be streamed, we should be seeing Scootaloo versus, let me double check my math here. It won't be versus Tyler. It should be Scootaloo versus the winner of Cheese and Matt's match. So I'm betting you're hoping Cheese wins, so we can see some Coco Pamel on stream, huh?
Would be nice.
How many cards is that?
Yeah, that would be interesting to see how that pans out. And then of course we'll see the winner of that match and the winner of the last match in the final. So knowing who is left, who do you think will win? Not who do you hope will win, who do you think will win?
Let's take a look.
So we have one Elves deck, possibly both. We have Scoots White,
8 more.
and we possibly have AJ farming or the pink blue.
Final, had to draw it.
It's kind of hard to say. I would think, looking at the Elves deck, I feel like, especially since there's 2 of them, one of them will probably take it just because of how fast that deck works.
Yeah. It does work very fast, and with OPM out of the running, the only other fast deck is the Scoots White. But, you know, Scoots White is pretty fast.
It is indeed.
Okay.
So, now, assuming Elves makes it to the finals, it looks like they're going to be either the mirror match, or, in which case, obviously, they win, or versus Scoots White in the finals, or versus Coco Chrissy's in the finals. And I think he's favored against Coco Chrissy's, but he might be unfavored against Scoots White.
Then we will.
I don't know, Scoots White's just super speedy.
Yeah, the matchup is kind of hard to determine. It's if the favors would be like very small because they're both really fast decks,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of luck involved in whether who wins as well as skill.
Yeah, because, you know, if
don't
Elves
know the
doesn't
right
find
cards.
any Night Gliders, they're just not going to be able to compete. But if Scoots doesn't find any Night Gliders or RTOs, they're not going to be able to compete. And of course, part of Scoots' power will be mitigated if the Elves deck just DFOs immediately afterwards, right?
Right.
I've heard that Cheese has successfully fired, so sounds like we will be seeing Scootaloo versus Coco Chrissy's.
Resume loop.
You have infinite RTOs?
Infinite RTOs.
Okay.
Don't know about the Applejack versus Pinky deck yet.
From last we heard, Applejack was getting further in the lead, but they're in time right now. So a lot of things could happen.
Right.
Until the end of the score. 2 minutes.
How many misplays did I miss?
How about you, chat? Who do you want to win?
No.
Well, who do you think will win?
But I think he played it.
And also, who do you want to win? Both.
Well, wrong. By misplays, I mean wrong choices. Do you think I should have done that?
You think the Twilight plushie's going to win? I think the Twilight plushie's going to win.
I'm pretty sure Pinky Plushie will crush the Twilight Plushie out of here.
There is no Pinky plushie, unfortunately.
That's what you think.
Oh.
Time later where it was like,
That's what she wants you to think.
The better, deeper down the line, it may have mattered more.
So, I mean, Twilight is kind of our stand-in for the pen right now.
So, okay. Well done, sir.
I've forgotten how many of these I
I feel like we need a bigger Twilight Plushie, one that'll cover the entire camera.
I was not gonna gyro for party.
That would be a very big plushie.
Should I have not said party hard?
Probably not.
Okay. That's fair.
I might have thought about it, but I
Well,
was like,
well, I cost myself the game anyway by not playing the Igneous Rock Cloudy Quartz. If I had done that,
well, I would have had to do the.
Snips and Snails and go the route then. And you can do the math for that later to see you were at 18-18.
Yeah.
So you can see what that would come out to.
So yeah, I hear some banter in the back between Cheese and
That's time.
Grandpa's. I mean, I assume Grandpa's is satisfied with the results either way. They're both his decks.
Let's just call it soft time on the beer pretty good with it.
So you can't really be too upset when your deck loses to your deck.
Yeah.
Kind of like how I wasn't too upset that I only got second place Continentals this year.
Please. Alright, looks like the fourth match is on time.
Oh, really? I thought that should have happened a while ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but
Okay, so in less than 5 minutes, we will know who wins that match.
The maths.
Well, who are you voting for? Personally, I'm voting for the pink-blue deck.
Was your
I also want to see the Pink Blue deck in action just because I've not seen something
Yeah,
like that in a
well.
while.
Unfortunately, we won't see it unless they make it to the finals.
Which they could.
Stadium or 2 bits, it would have been.
No, Twilight, no.
analysis paralysis?
Unless my seeding is wrong. I didn't actually perform seeds, but I'm pretty. Yeah, they're fifth. Yeah, fifth versus fourth should be against first. So yeah.
But honestly, once you started going, you were moving at a good pace. So
Yeah.
For those wondering, they are doing standard seeds. Yes, Ivory. Pile of presents will win. Thank you.
You have the ton of 18, and you're like,
This is a con. That means Pile of Presents has to win.
drawing. You need to stop.
Yeah, I will somehow win. Someone will sneak it in their deck and then win with it, and we somehow won't catch it.
Is the AJ deck running Pile? No,
I don't
no,
think
it's
so.
not.
I didn't see it. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I would have noticed.
Going without fighting your decision.
Apparently,
like
AJ
AJ
won
won
via time. So
His main is banned.
that means our top four is
The villain.
you know, Muffin Mare Blue, also known as Blue Elves. Then Applejack Farming, Scootaloo White, and of course the deck that no one wants to see ever, especially not my co-commentator,
Nope.
Coco Chrissy's the Chrysalis Changeling Pretender combo deck. Because, you know, the world is not sick of Chrysalis Changeling Pretender combo decks yet.
Who needs Chrysalis when you can have Coco?
Why not run both, apparently?
4K no los dos.
So they're setting up round 2, so we should be able to go with this soon.
There's the Continentals play that.
Oh, this is kind of why I'm not amazing at what was that deck in Hearthstone called? The combo with Warrior.
Oh, weird. I think
Grim.
my
It's the
stream had briefly paused there. Well, I fixed it.
dude that when you
So yeah,
do damage it.
there's the Continental's Champion playmat, Cheese's very own, and there's Scootaloo.
Yep, looks like we got Scootaloo versus Chrysalis.
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun dun.
See how this goes.
Chrysalis is not really going to be able to take advantage of Scoot's power here.
No, it's not,
I
unfortunately.
mean, she can move some stuff, but doesn't really
Yeah, it
care.
doesn't really help. Doesn't really matter where they are. You can go off anywhere.
Yeah, in Continentals, that was one of the powers we just did not really care about. Like Vinyl, yeah, give us Vinyl. Twilight, give us all those Twilights. Scootaloo, gives us some more home limit, I guess.
Roll for the game. Nope.
Hey, at least it's not Fluttershy.
Yeah. I did have a yellow mane in top 16. I mean, for one turn, but you know.
Or preemptive.
That doesn't count.
I'm sure you made your mane yellow a few times.
Remember,
Oh, I'm sure I did.
last night.
But I had very good reason to do so.
More reason than just saying I won the game with a yellow mane.
All right, you have 45 minutes. You may begin.
Ooh, Ivory's challenging you.
What did he say? Let me take a look.
Ivory has some opinions.
I don't have chat up. Let me bring that up.
All right, now we're 9-1 now.
They're 9-1.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure what he meant by that either. So, Chrysalis is going to be, so,
Did you already start the timer?
Yes, he did.
Chrysalis is going to be purple, and Trading Traditions is going to be orange.
Yes,
I
have
guarantee
gone
this.
Second, 9 times.
Indeed.
First once. Just my previous game. There you go.
So, I think if Scoots wins this die roll, they're going to have a very, very good chance. They should be able to confront turn 2, and then just steamroll without very much to get in their way.
Wow, what a... I mean,
Is that
it's a
2
hand.
Night Gliders?
No,
that's 2
one Night Glider,
RTOs
2
and a Night
RTOs.
Glider. Ooh. You can't
But he
keep
has
that,
no
though. He has
entry.
no entry.
I'm gonna mulling up.
He's looking at that and going, oh, I wish I could keep this, but
Yeah,
I can't.
there's no way you can keep that hand. It's not playable. Yeah, there was no way.
And there was a trash, garbage hand, unfortunately. I mean, very, very expensive garbage, but garbage.
Yeah, not the kind of... Not great cards, but not ones you want to be...
Meanwhile,
all,
Cheese has a,
Saw Twilight in there.
yeah, has a Paper Twilight, which he's very happy with, especially since he's assuming Scoots is going to be flipping soon, and if she doesn't flip soon,
Or
oh well.
Oh no.
triggers entirely, and I'll just never.
Let's see, I see there's a dip in the pull there too, so that could be useful.
Yeah, and so he's got some combo pieces,
Yeah.
but, you know, like I said, it's an expensive combo. He's going to have to see if he can go off or not, but he's got the Paper Twilight. That will help. That'll get him several AT, especially if he parks out of a problem. There's another
So-
RTO and another Night Glider. I'm not seeing any
There's two Night
entry.
Glider. Yeah, there's no entry in that hand. Not a great hand.
This might be the end of Scoots.
Actions 2.
Unless he can peel that white entry off the top here. He
Looks
does
like-
have the vote, though.
And
It looks like the Chrysalis went first.
Not yet.
I think.
No.
2 action 2.
No, Chrysalis is definitely second. Because
Oh,
Richard always already put his AT in the middle there.
well, I just see a bunch of AT. I don't know what that means. Because it's not 2 AT.
Fast turn.
Ready.
Oh, he's got white entry now.
He does, in fact, have white entry. And that's 4 AT. So, yeah, he drew it when he needed it. That's a confront, and a flip of Scoots, and a flip of Chrysalis, and some stuff.
Colors.
He chose white. So now he's got
Game.
purple, white, and orange.
Is that another paper toy?
If it is, he should be playing both of those to problems right now. AT. Play another one.
Exhaust.
Oh no, it was not.
Oh, okay.
Same one.
Where's your purple entry?
Did you just leave Chrysalis at home? Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't have a super purple one.
What is that power for?
I have no idea.
And fast turn.
Okay, he just left Chrysalis at home. Another Night Glider?
What is this?
So, I think you confront, pass turn, then play 2 Night Gliders, right?
Yeah.
Or do you play the vote here? No, you don't play the vote here.
Why do you need to play the vote?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I
you're
mean, you
afraid of
frighten
right
the Twilight, but no, you pass turn, play 2 Night Gliders, DFO, score 7 points that turn. Ugh.
now. What is this?
This might be a very short game.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Okay. I will move to score phase.
Huh.
Here for 1.
Oh, he's just DFOing right now. Get rid of that orange.
Later on
That's not an awful play.
with 5 total power. Confront there.
Now he's got... Yeah, that's actually a really good play. I actually like this.
No, Coco.
He wins,
Prepared.
6, 7, 8.
so that puts him to 5?
Face off.
No, 1, 2, 4. Puts him to 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Prepared. Not prepared.
Diligence.
So 4-0, problems replace. Both of these friends are going to a problem.
Hey, fire and ready.
Bottom.
Ooh, that's... Okay, so...
Fire.
Do you just pop that fire when ready right now? I think you do.
Ready to fight.
Hmm.
Face offs. There. And
I think you have to, unfortunately. It's not what he wants to do, but it's what he has to do.
Yeah.
And you only send one friend there. You don't want to replace problems twice.
then
I mean, maybe you do. But yeah, he's thinking about this.
point in not doing. There's no point in me doing it on my turn. I don't think. There's nothing else I can do with 0 action tokens.
Yeah, unless he has a T-Rex Reign of Terror in hand, he probably just wants to pop that right now. Because he's got those 2 Night Gliders he wants to take advantage of.
Be there in my next turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you probably do have some immediate movement stuff.
Was that? No, okay, that wasn't a pass.
So you would just blow it up.
Do they not have each other's deck lists?
There's no real reason I can think of why you would blow it up.
Not sure. Doesn't sound like they did by the questions they're asking.
Okay, it looks like they do not have each other's deck lists. So now he's worried. Should he pop it or not? I guess he doesn't know that this is a combo deck.
Or bank.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't any
Okay,
real
he's
signs.
moving them to fire when ready.
Oh,
Does he have the Reign of Terror in hand?
your turn.
I did not see any resources in his hands, so I do not believe so.
Ready. Gaining 3.
Oh, that's a Coco. Yay, Coco.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it does not look like a Reign Terror.
yeah, that's... I mean, he's going to get that free point.
Bust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, yeah, if you don't know that this is a combo deck, it's not that bad of a play.
Yeah, but...
Go to the same problem. Is that what you're checking? Yep.
So what he might do is confront, and then... Next turn? No. Does he have a hasty friend?
Okay.
I do not know. I
Action token.
could not see his hand.
Oh.
You're probably gonna blow something up if I try to score anything.
But, yeah,
Ready.
so far there's been no inclination. I mean, he's been banking a lot of AT, so that's
Oh,
sort
he has
of
the
a sign.
RTO! Oh, he's just going for 4 points this turn.
Yeah,
Um...
there's a bunch of Night Gliders and an RTO.
Or not 4, 3 points. So you play RTO here. I think it was me. I would play RTO, and I would also frighten Paper Twilight with the vote.
Yeah.
White.
But he might be trying to save the vote for his last turn, where he can stop his opponents from playing any.
Right. Yeah,
Events.
that's possible. So you play RTO here and score 3. Now you're scoring 3 for the rest of the game, and you're at 5.
2 more blue there to.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh, he only has 3 AT, so he can't play the vote if he plays RTO.
Yeah, I feel like you don't want to play the vote this turn if you don't think he's a combo deck because you want to save that vote
Yeah.
so that you
So,
can guarantee.
but then
your
you
win.
definitely do play RTO here with 3 AT.
Yeah.
It's not
Yes.
properly set up.
There's definitely by far the best play right now.
Like,
Off
yeah.
color.
But yeah, unfortunately, that
And so it's
that
like-
fire when ready is the worst
Six
possible
colors,
problem he
which
could
is
have
like-
seen.
Okay. It is
Everything.
blue orange.
So, you play RTO, score 3 points. Then what do you do next turn, right? Because you're at 5. You can score 3 points this turn. You're at 8, then 11, then 14, right? So you need one other point somewhere, right? He only has the 1 RTO. The vote will not give him a point.
Nope. They will never give him a point in
Yeah.
this game. But he does not know that.
Wait, is that 3 Night Gliders in his hand?
That might be. Oh, the vote. He's gonna
Okay,
try
he
it.
is. He's just.
But that means he can't play RTO this turn.
Yeah.
And an enter.
I'm not sure if it was worth doing that.
So I think what he's going to do is he's confronting for 1, and since he has 3 Night Gliders in his hand, he's going to confront for 1, then he's going to... Oh, he didn't move to Fire when ready.
3,
No, he did not.
11.
Interesting.
I think he's just content with where he is right now because he doesn't think his opponent is a threat.
Maybe?
No meticulous is also a thing.
I mean, his opponent
So,
hasn't really
now,
done
like I
anything.
said, he only...
Pay 2.
You know, he had that 1 point off, so now maybe he was just going, I'll just get that 1 point now, and then I'll start getting 3 points, and I'll stall
that-
my opponent.
9.
That makes sense.
So,
There's Coco.
And that's a discard.
discard a Coco.
And
No,
pass
Use one of
turn?
the blue here.
Don't have enough blue there.
And pass turn.
Before you pass
Oh,
turn to
okay.
me, is there a Scoodly trigger you want to use?
What is he gonna do?
Okay, just making sure. Because we wanted to.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't want to use Scoots.
Then you pass.
Yeah.
And my turn. Ready.
I think
He doesn't even want to move the Paper Twilight. Interesting.
I did totally forget that I had it, but
Draw.
Yeah, with those 3 Night Gliders... So, okay. So, he has...
the only ability
He should have 5 AT
really
this turn,
is
right?
Either vinyl or
I believe so, yeah. He would gain 3 and he had 2 this turn.
So,
anything that works at home.
he could play Wildfire to fire when ready. I think that's what he's doing. I think he's playing... No,
No,
he's playing a
playing
Night
Night Glider.
Glider.
I will pay 2
But if he's... What is he planning on doing? Because all these Night Gliders will go home eventually.
and pay 2.
I think he's just trying to stack up that
Okay,
ball,
he's trying to
because
set up for
Yeah.
something. But I don't know what.
I feel like he's just trying to make that problem unconfrontable for his opponent because he doesn't realize his combo.
Yeah, I
And
think
he's
you're
just
right.
trying to stall out the match.
I think you're right.
Or face.
And I think that's unfortunately just going to
Or 1 point.
bite him in the
My
butt
question,
here.
Yeah, my question is why did he play Night Glider and not RTO?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you play RTO, you're accumulating. You're not only you're doing what you're planning to do, you're also gaining a massive lead as well.
Yeah. And the opponent has a lot of AT banked up. Like, at this point, he's got to be suspecting combo, right?
Yeah, it's like what? There's no way this is not combo at this point. 418 AT, you can't be sitting that just. Maybe you'd have like bad cards now. That's not possible. Not with this.
Yeah, I mean, he would be drawing cards. Like, he saw the Coco Pamel discard.
Turn.
Yeah, he has to. This is just so much combo bells ringing off here. Let's see. You don't use Scoots.
Ready.
Oh,
That's a
there's another
It's not gonna
standstill.
help him.
Still.
I expect him to be dropping RTO now. The AT. There it is.
So he plays RTO.
Turn later than I would have played it, but still there. So now he's going to start gaining his lead.
Yeah.
Score face.
Send RTO home.
1. RTO for 2.
Yeah, it looks like he's just content with staying with that one problem.
Tokens per turn.
I think at this point he needs to pop that fire when ready, and then next turn he can... No?
No real reason to blow it up. This is working pretty well for me.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, he...
5 points.
You just move RTO.
Yeah,
back home.
he just
Right
said
back.
it's working pretty well for me, and I think... Yeah, he just
doesn't know
doesn't
what's
realize
going
this
on,
is
yeah.
Cheese's plan. He is walking into a trap.
Yeah, like it's working perfectly for him, but it's also working perfectly for Cheese.
Had I been paying attention to your other games, would I know how many you need to go off? Is that information you want to share?
He has 1 AT, so yeah, he's not.
Oh.
I'm wondering how many more pieces Cheeses needs at this point.
I mean, it's a... looks like he's trying to go off now.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he has plenty of AT, so this is a good
Oh,
chance.
okay, he's just killing RTO.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good hit. Don't want RTO around.
Okay.
Which is dismissed.
Yes, dismiss.
And that's pass. So,
Where to? One legs here.
Yeah, I think he's still probably missing a few pieces,
And I will.
and I don't think he.
so
You're,
I think what I do at this point is I play a Night Glider to home, confront for 1, move Night Glider to fire when ready, since you need a character at home, thank you, Applebeam, to use Scoot's ability. Pop that, and then next turn, you're in a position to just start DFOing.
Especially with his RTO going now, that does sound
Yeah.
like a great option.
Like, your opponent's not doing anything. You have to suspect something crazy. But,
You can't just sit at that one problem anymore. There's definitely something up, and he
Yeah.
must notice that by now. It's 2 AT. I think he's thinking about doing something with Night Glider. I think.
I mean, he might be trying to play it to the problem again, but unless he gets that Tyrix, Reign of Terror.
Yeah, it's not going to do him much good. Oh, he's fishing. Got another cybernetics.
He might want to use that. Confront. Now he can confront, then you can use the cybernetic to move to fire when ready, and he might be, depending on what his flipped problem is, he might be able to confront that again.
No, I think he's still digging.
Okay.
One more to draw.
I
No,
think
yeah,
he
so-
is digging for Reign of Terror.
That's probably what he's looking for right now, yeah. So he's going to take his 1 point and pass.
And I will
Because I'm pretty sure if he found TRX Reign of Terror, he would just win.
Yeah, I think you're
With
right.
3 Night Gliders, so that must be what he's digging for.
He-
Looks like he's at 9 points. So if he can DFO with 2 Night Gliders, that's game. That's just
Yeah.
game.
But my question is, why didn't he just pop Fire and Ready so you can set up for next turn?
Yeah, I don't know. Because, yeah, if he used the cybernetic wing actuator, he could pop it right now. Or he could have popped it during the confront, and if he flipped into 2 Griffinstone, he could have had Wildfire bring Night Glider to that new 2/2 Griffinstone, confront that problem. Now he's DFOing.
Yeah.
Then draws.
So the question, I think Cheese needs to go off this turn.
Yeah, because if he gets a Tyrix Reign of Terror,
Glasses.
Yeah, it's
Richard wins.
Yeah, it's too unsafe at this point to drag it out any longer. He needs to try to go off.
And
The question is can he?
Nice.
21 AT is a lot of AT.
21 AT is a lot of AT.
bury this.
yes.
So if you're Richard and you draw a Tyrix Reign of Terror, you only need 3 AT to win, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he has TRX Reign of Terror, he just pretty much wins.
Yeah.
He has so
So
many options.
if Cheese passes here, he'll gain 4 AT. He'll go up to 6. So that means, counting the card that he draws for the turn, he'll have 4 cards to find a Tyrix Reign of Terror. 4 is a lot. And
not found
he's
one yet,
been
so-
through, I want to say, at least a third of his deck now. Oh, playing
Yeah.
Gyro.
Yeah, I think he's planning on going off.
And pay 1 for Gyro.
Or is he?
He might just be trying to get Richard off the problem.
That's
I choose.
potential.
Oh, that's a free card for Cheese.
That's all, and a 10, so it's going to be hard for him to confront.
Yeah.
When this card enters play, draw a card. I will do that.
Did he? I think he passed, because Richard just drew a card.
Nightmare Night. What a fright.
Wait, why did Richard draw a card?
So now I got
I do not know.
with
Wait, the friendship only allows you to draw a card, right?
Correct.
Can you double
So why did he draw a card?
if you did what you get 1, 2, 3,
I think they realized that. Yeah, he realizes that.
which is not enough. But if you have anything else, only I draw a card.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
a mistake on his end.
That's okay.
Well, they caught that.
What
Okay.
resolution would you suggest?
How many cards have been flipped onto the bottom of the deck?
I think we. I don't think we had any.
Yeah, I think he's too used to the other problem.
Yeah.
Let's use everyone draw a card.
Yeah. The
He's meticulous a whole bunch, but not on mine.
Do you have any other top deck knowledge?
No, I do not.
Looks like they're trying to rewind this.
Oh, just preserving? Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Fortunately, we know he drew a trashed, so we can
yeah.
make sure that that was a trash that he put back.
That is identical state to what we were before.
Identical known state.
That's assuming he ever gets a chance to draw another card.
Here.
This is true.
Oh, and here's all gyro.
Right, and Cheese is resolving Gyro. He shouldn't have oh, Cheese should have drawn a card, or should have drawn his card after resolving Gyro. So he should not be resolving Gyro right now.
Huh.
Because of how triggers work in this game.
Now you choose the order.
Triggers are super confusing in this game.
No, because because there was
Yeah,
Fire when ready and Gyro. Those have to both process before the
You choose
You
which.
must resolve both of those first. Then you draw the card off of this.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Yes. That part is correct. Yeah.
Okay, so they caught that. Now what are they going to do to resolve it?
Okay.
If anything. Or are they just giving a warning?
It looks.
No.
I mean, he just put the card in his hand, so it looks like they're not
Well,
doing
yeah,
it.
it looks like he's still putting the Gyro card in his hand.
Yeah, so looks like they're just continuing. Yeah, he's
Okay,
definitely trying to go
Arcat
off,
says
so-
it's just a warning. So,
Pay 2. Play.
because it's
But
only
the
mildly functionally different.
Reduce the cost.
Yeah, it's not that big of an issue.
So I think Cheese is going off now, and
Yeah, if
I think
he's playing
Richard
the-
missed his opportunity.
Yeah, he definitely did. The question is, can Cheese actually go off? He's definitely going to try, can
Right.
he?
Well, he's used what?
Pay 1.
3 AT so far?
Yeah, he's got 18 left.
And he has a Paper Twilight to copy. He has the Dip in the Pool. He has the Cloney Pie.
Oh,
Or not Cloney Pie, Clone.
What is he trying to do?
He played a Wing Actuator.
On Wildfire. But what is he trying to accomplish out of this is what I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
I don't know. His other Wing Actuator should fall off,
That'll be
because they are unique.
5.
Yes, they are.
Enough for you to
I don't think he realizes that.
single face off, which could be annoying for you, but I don't think you plan on confronting this turn anyway. But 10 versus minimum.
I think he's
Oh.
I think he's worried about the face-off, but that's
Yeah,
not what he should be
he
worried
does
about.
not realize that this is combo yet.
I'm kind of surprised.
Play. Which one of the results?
He's definitely worried about the face-off, but it won't be any face-off.
Everything
But
else.
the trigger goes into pre-priority processing, so you'll still process the trigger.
Hmm.
Does realize that
Correct.
the arena actuator is
That's
unique.
that, but I think uniqueness pauses everything else.
Yes.
Yeah. So uniqueness.
Yeah, he's definitely worried about face-off.
Yeah.
And then I decide what I pull up there, which is not going to be Sapphire.
Alright,
Alright.
that doesn't bother him.
Yeah.
And
Well, it does. Coco Pomel needs to be the only friend there.
Play. It's all
Mm.
to get.
So that did actually interfere with Cheese's plans a little bit.
Oh yeah, I just see that.
I think. Okay.
So yeah, that wasn't an awful play, but I
Yeah,
think
it wasn't.
Then.
So it does cost him 2 extra AT to do that.
So. We'll pay 2.
Oh, here's where the standstills come into play.
oh, and he has another standstill too.
Yeah, he does. That's pretty funny.
And he can't get rid of both of those characters because there's 2 of them there.
Yeah, and he's gonna get standill.
We can do it again.
So he's just saying, you know what? I'm gonna keep paying AT until this Coco Pomel moves. It cost him 6.
She can be over there.
We thought standstill wasn't gonna have any use here.
Setting her up on the display table, she can go out.
So he does not have very much AT left.
No, it's not. He's still.
He's gonna
I mean,
Cloney Pie, or not clone. He's gonna Dip in the Pool, Paper Twilight,
but
for,
9
which
AT
cost
is
him
still
2
on.
AT.
On.
Yeah,
But now he's gonna get 1 AT back.
so he'll be at 10 AT.
Right.
Writing your book
Well, no.
Because he's at 9 AT right now. He hasn't
Okay, yeah.
exhausted it yet, so he'll be at 10.
full of little animated paper twilights.
And he will exhaust.
So now he plays the clone, right?
Yeah.
We will then
I don't know what he just played.
I didn't see that.
To play redeeming qualities.
Oh, I
Oh,
think
he
it's
played redeeming qualities on adult Coco. That cost him 2,
Didn't you play?
and now he's banishing a card. I think he's banishing, yeah, he's banishing the
Yeah,
dip.
yeah, pretty sure that's the only event he had.
Well, he has
Bring.
redeeming qualities.
Oh, well, I guess you could do that, but why would you do that?
Yeah. So now you dip the Twilight again. Again, that costs you 2. You get 1 back.
Yep.
So it costs him effectively 1. Then he plays the Cloney and he gets 2. Or does he dip the Coco? I think he has to dip the Coco.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. Coco's more useful.
So he dips the Coco, which then lets him get the dip right back. Silliness.
On Coco.
Yep, there it is.
Okay. Now he plays the Cloney?
She'll
My
go
little
there,
Cloney?
And she will bring back.
Does he have enough AT?
Not very dangerous.
That's the question.
Let's see. It'll cost him effectively 2 to play the, or effectively 1 to play the dip, and a full 4 to play the Cloney. So that's 5. No, I think that's enough. I think he's gone off.
Yeah, it looks that way.
So
Yeah, that all that adds up. He barely has enough, but looks like he will be able to go off.
Ivory says resolving triggers him.
Ivory triggers me.
Oh, them some fighting words. So okay, so if you dip, so you play My Little Cloney here. How much AT does he have left?
He has 6 AT currently.
He has 6 AT. So you play My Little Cloney, right? That
Yes.
gives you a Coco, and that gives you a Paper Twilight, right?
Yeah.
So you get the dip, or you don't have anything worth dipping yet. Well, so no, dip's still in your hand, but it gets you the redeeming qualities back. You don't really care about that.
Yeah.
And then you have how much AT left? You have 2 AT left. You exhaust your Twilight, and then you dip the Cloney. Oh no, that doesn't work. You have to play the Cloney. Oh.
at this point,
Cloney
Well.
does read when you play this card.
just
Yeah.
pay 2.
What happened to the Night Glider?
No idea. But somehow it's in the discard pile.
Oh, did he bring back the
And
Downright Dangerous somehow?
Oh.
Wait. Did he put the dip in his hand? The dip can't be in his hand. What is going on here?
I don't know. I'm just curious how Nightclad is in the discard pile somehow.
Yeah, so yeah, he had the Downright Dangerous, which I guess he got back with the Coco, but how is the dip in his hand?
It's not in this hand anymore.
Okay,
We took
you
back
put
out.
it back. It is still banished, okay.
Not in hand.
Well, how did he get the Downright back?
I do not know that. Maybe he had another one in his hand? No, but he only has one in his deck.
He only has 1 in the deck. So, I guess we missed something.
Yeah.
So the Coco clone got back the dip, or got back the Downright Dangerous. Then how is the dip banished? Because I thought that was a Coco clone.
Yeah. Looks like he.
So it looks like he passed turn regardless, because he doesn't have the AT.
Yeah.
That stand stills. Those stand stills.
Yeah, they did something. All right.
Okay, so now Richard has 4 AT. Can he DFO?
He can't. If he DFOs, he can't play both Night Gliders because he wouldn't have enough to DFO. So
Right.
I do not think he can win this turn
Well, I mean, what's...
because he needs both of his Night Gliders to win this turn.
Yeah, so, well...
the ones in the discard pile. So, like, he was relying on being able to move that.
Well, I mean, he has 2 Night Gliders in his hand. If he plays them both, it doesn't work.
Yeah, so...
I don't think he can get enough power.
No, he can get enough power, but he can't do it by playing both his Night Gliders, because he can't do that.
Well, still, sending Coco home and then moving a character to both problems is still a good thing he can do here. Because then Coco doesn't have a problem she can live at.
Yeah, there's definitely ways for him to mess around this, but I do not believe he can win this turn. There's a Night
Glider. Oh, there's a Rutherford. He's going to play that Rutherford. Frightening Coco? Or do you frighten a token?
Or he's going to fight. I don't think... Because you can still play it even if Coco's frightened, right?
Right, you don't frighten You don't frighten that Coco. You might frighten the Philly Coco, or you frighten one of the tokens so he can't do things with. But he doesn't understand that he needs the tokens yet. So I think the call here is to frighten Philly Coco.
Yeah, I think that's what he's gonna do.
You know, she's frightened, so you're not getting her benefit at all. There's characters at both problems, so you can't get that. You know, lots of nonsense, right?
Indeed.
Now you confront for 1, and he has 1 AT left.
1 action
token.
He can't do anything with that. I think in that case, I might have held on to the Rutherford and just played Night Glider to the other problem. Oh, no.
No, you can't do that.
No, you can, because you have Rutherford in your hand.
Oh, yeah, you got a point. But, yeah, that would actually work.
Okay, so next turn he is saying, I win the game. I win this game if you don't win right now. I'm at 10 points. You only get 4 AT. You know, plus the tokens. Or the Paper Twilights. So he's up to 8, I want to say. Looks like 8.
Yeah, he's at 8, so effectively 10, I think. Right, effectively.
Yeah, effectively 10. That is enough to possibly win. Though he lost that Coco.
And he has two things that...
So I think... So at this point, he just says, I can't use Coco, right? Like,
yeah.
He can't.
But he
didn't draw the Snips and Snails. And Party Hard isn't going to help him.
You have 1 AT?
I have 1 AT.
Okay.
So, exhaust, gain 2.
Yep.
Now there's some glare, but we know those are Paper Twilights. So now he's got 2 Cocos. What does he do with these Cocos? Well, nothing with the Cocos.
Yeah.
Well, he has the My Little Clonies, but he doesn't currently have a way of getting 4 yellow.
Oh. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, because he used It's Elementary. So the only way he can get 4 yellow that I see is he has to make a copy of the Coco, get back It's Elementary, play It's Elementary on his main, bring back Singing Barrel, play Singing Barrel for yellow. I don't think Cheese has this game. I think he lost. What did he just draw?
I did not see it, but it did not help him, apparently.
Yeah. He's going to keep digging until he...
No,
that is the It's Elementary.
Yeah.
So he realized he needed the extra 2 power. So now he brings back Barrel. He plays Barrel. He says yellow.
This stuff.
Yep.
Toss this, bring to hand.
And that gives him a Cloney.
Pay 1. Yellow.
Which will give him 1 extra AT. What does he do with it? Like, he'll have 3 AT. He won't have enough to play the other Cloney. If he plays Dip here, he goes down to 3 plus 1, 4. Then he can play Cloney, and then he goes up to 2. No, I don't think he has this. Sorry, Cheese, I think you've lost. Granted, I'm not 100% familiar with this deck. There might be something I'm missing.
Yeah.
But my combo senses right now are telling me Cheese has lost. Oh, he does have a Chrysalis in hand. I missed that. Does that help?
What could he Chrysalis, though?
If he plays Cloney, he can then Chrysalis the Cloney, and then he'll... So he plays Cloney right now, right? He gets one AT back.
I think this works. Okay, so 3.
Oh, that should
Okay.
be. That's funny. Yep.
Yeah, so that's Cloney. So that gets him a Coco token to get something back. I don't know what. And it gets him a Twilight, which he's going to exhaust for 1 AT. So now he's up to 4. Now he can play Chrysalis. Well, what is he going to get back?
I will exhaust that Twilight. Get an AT.
Downright dangerous.
Got back downright dangerous. Okay.
Back.
So he's going to downright dangerous the Night Glider, right? That's what he has to do. So okay, so he says, I'm going to downright dangerous your Night Glider, pass, hope I can win next turn.
That works.
Okay, so he's going to play this Cloney first. Gets him some more AT. Yeah, I think that's correct.
3.
Yeah.
Play. Another Cloney. Creating.
Back up to 3 AT.
Twice.
What does he get back? He gets 2 events back.
Twice. Go up to
Dip. And it's elementary, looks like. Because he knows he needs the It's elementary next turn.
Yep.
So now he pays 2, downright dangerous Night Glider. Oh, he has another. Yeah, he has the Chrysalis.
We'll pay 3.
Does that work on Cloney?
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah, it does. Wow, so give him a bunch of 18 now.
That will give him, I want to say, 4 AT.
And again, so we will get 4 of these.
Okay, so
These. We'll tap all 4 of those.
And pretty much all of his events back.
yeah.
That is.
Okay.
4. And we'll get back 2 events.
So now what?
There aren't.
Yeah, that is the question. Now what?
Maybe.
So he's confronting that problem right now. Now he digs.
I will pay 180 to draw a card.
What is he digging for, though?
I don't know. But again, I don't know the deck very well.
I will pay.
Hey, I see your next one.
So, and if you put all those tokens at home, then they're just going to go away. You know, you should be putting them all at his problem, right?
Yeah.
Well, because I don't think he can possibly go off this turn. So if you put all those tokens at his problem, he could at least have them for next turn without home limit issues. He's downright dangerousing the Night Glider.
2.
At this point, he has to be passing turn.
A Night Glider.
He doesn't know about the last Night Glider. That nice last Night Glider is going to end this game.
And we will have to get rid of
Yep, that's unfortunate.
But so first, we'll go to score phase. And I'm actually confronting.
Yep, and he's getting rid of his friends.
Right. Then we'll go down to
I guess he can keep 1 Coco
1
token and 4 Twilights, and that's the best friend situation he could have. Oh, he got rid of all of the Cocos. So he's just saying, I have 4 Twilights at home. Pass turn, hope I can pull it off next turn. And we already know he can't.
Yep.
He also forgot he could have moved 2 of those tokens because of his Scootaloo.
Oh yeah, he does have a Scootaloo.
I had the yellow.
So
On the yellow was
Richard has 10 power at figuring out friendship, 2 of the 4 power he needs for
at 4.
Nightmare Knight, and a Night Glider in his hand. What do you think's going to happen?
You'll probably play an RTO there.
So he's at 10 points. Oh, DFO only puts him to 14.
Does it? Because he gets. I mean, he gets 2 more from.
Oh no, he gets the one from
Yeah,
Nightmare
so
Night.
he's-
Duh, yeah.
yeah.
So he gets 5. He gets 5. So he's doing them, but he does need to win by 5. And there is, how much power does Cloney have?
Can't beat that.
Cloney has 3, so there's
Yeah.
9 power
I
there.
have 1 point.
So now he's at 14. With Night Glider, that puts him up to 16 versus 9. So he's already up by 5. There's the T-Rex Reign of Terror!
A little bit too late, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, I think at this point you just play. I think he has 3 AT in hand. You just play all of that. Oh, he's drawing again.
Good job.
Trashed. Trash that barrel.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep, trash the barrel. In case I don't win, I am trashing your barrel. DFO. Let's do it. He says 10, 11. Face off. He's up by 5 right now. Coco flips a 3 to a 1, so he does not win by 5.
Wah, wah, wah.
11, 12, 13, 14.
But he does get to frighten something.
Yeah, he does.
17.
Versus 9 plus, what'd you flip? Sorry, I didn't see.
3.
Okay. That is more than 5 above, correct?
That is exactly 5.
Yep, they're doing the math.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, 12 on Cheese's side. Oh no, I think it is 5. I forgot about the competitive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, it's 10 on that problem. 6, so that's 16, 17 versus 12. That's 5. 17 versus 12.
And this is.
Yeah. He pulled it off, gets the extra 2 points, and then the point from the
Win that face
thing, and that should be 15. That's
Yeah.
game.
points. 1, 2.
That's
So
unfortunate.
he didn't know. He didn't know he was playing against combo, but he still pulled it off.
You were making
Once he knew he was combo, he was doing all of the right things. And those
Yeah.
standstills were so brutal.
Yeah, that hurt.
Like, I'm going to move Coco over here. Nope. I'm going to move Coco over here. Nope.
But that wouldn't matter.
So we are going to see Scootaloo White in the finals.
No.
Arcat, do we have news on the other match? Okay, AJ won.
that's fair.
So this will be Scootaloo versus AJ.
Interesting.
AJ 15-10, apparently the score was.
Like,
So I believe that makes this,
Getting Coco, like, I didn't actually need her.
Yeah.
I could have gone off without her. But
I don't know, what seeds are these?
Pretty hilarious, the back and forth.
Let's see, AJ was 4th seed, and Scoots is 6th seed. So this is 4th seed versus 6th seed in the finals. That's a lot of upsets.
Yeah.
So on combo, should I
I
have
paid
just
8.
not confronted until I could DFO each time, or I don't know what else I would do different.
you should have DFO'd through this.
Reset it and then see
Yeah.
what I could go from there.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're analyzing the game.
Hopefully I
So,
would pull a T-Rex Reign of Terror.
so I know you're disappointed. Coco's not winning the tournament,
Oh, yeah.
but
That
Reign
happens.
of Terror with
on the other hand, Combo's not winning the tournament. And you're happy about that, right?
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
I mean, Combo won Continentals. Combo won
I think so.
Ponycon. You know, Combo's been winning a lot lately. So,
Yeah.
who do you think's going to take it, Scoots or AJ?
Huh. Let me take a look
I think you went up to 20,
at this AJ pick again.
but then I had 10.
So AJ does have those Flim and Flams.
21 at least.
Yeah, that will be very useful. Does Scoots have any way of dealing with them?
Yeah.
Oh, plenty. Rutherford, and
Yeah.
the vote. Arcat thinks AJ will win.
This deck?
Because do keep
Yeah,
in
but-
mind,
yeah.
I don't
Yes.
think there are any epic wins in this deck.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That does he have any troublemaker removal? And the answer is no.
Well, the answer is T-Rex Reign of Terror, but that's
so,
it.
Yeah, but that's not really troublemaker.
It is, if you can confront another problem. And usually there's 2 problems available against AJ.
That is true. So it's sort of.
Oh, and he also has the Thunder Lanes. You can't discount Thunder Lane as troublemaker removal.
Yeah, I guess it's essentially troublemaker removal.
Yeah, because he's got 3 Thunder Lanes, 3 Prince Rutherfords, and 3 Cybernetic Limb Actuators, all of which have hasty.
Yeah.
Um,
So those are going to be very useful.
I think this could be a very competitive match. Like, I could see it going either way. Depends on who draws what. You know, maybe AJ will draw no troublemakers, and you know, bad things happen.
Who went over here?
Maybe Scoots will draw no cards. You know, just completely forget how to play this game.
All right, Richard.
I think I would have had a better matchup against AJ
Welcome to
than against Tyler.
championship match.
These are yours.
I guess finals is not for this specific Ponycon championship.
So yeah, so finals. Of course, we're seeing AJ in the finals again. That's never happened before.
I know, right?
Plus on
Who's AJ?
Neither of you object.
Admittedly, it didn't happen at either Gen Con or
restroom cooking?
Ponycon, but it did happen at European Nationals. AJ, not European, Australian
European
Nationals. AJ
Nationals.
AJ won Australian Nationals. Beat OPM in the finals.
Pretty sure Europe would be glad to have a finals. I mean, finals.
European Nationals was won by Combo.
Yeah,
It was
but-
won by AJ, just a different AJ.
Yeah, that's not the same AJ.
Slightly different.
In many respects.
Slightly different in many respects. Yes, I like this.
It's elementary. Down to 17. Singing Rail down to 16. Yeah. Okay. Simpson stands now. Baby Coco.
So, Arcat thinks AJ is going to win.
I think I think it is slightly in the favor of AJ, but it's not that big of an advantage.
Do keep in mind this AJ deck has a lot of 2s,
Yeah.
and that will hurt. But on the other hand, does have the barrel throughs, does have the bailouts, does have the popping corns, does have the iron will, does have the
has a
flim and
lot of,
flams. So,
use.
but on the other hand, Scoots has the vote. Prevent them from playing most of those problematic cards.
But you already want to do it. So it's more efficient to do it that way because then your second cloning is neutral instead of being negative.
You know, and tons and tons of point acceleration.
Little Coco?
Yep.
Yeah. You will almost never see more point acceleration than
It's the
this.
same as playing, yeah.
You can build an entire deck around point acceleration. Probably won't do very well though.
I mean, I did that, remember? I did the blue-white with Chrissy to copy.
Yeah. Why
And
not?
I think it also had rarity breezies.
Yeah.
And the original build also had creme de la creme. So it's like 15 cards in this deck. Give me extra points.
You had social obligations too, didn't you?
I don't remember. No, it wasn't because it was. Oh no, it wasn't Scooter. No, it was Octavia. Yeah. So since it was Octavia, it did not have social obligations. It might have
Something
in
there,
the,
anyway.
but not as a starting problem.
Well, yeah, but you can still have them in it. It's a good
Yeah.
problem.
Down to 3. Then back up to 6. So it's
And then of course there was that silly white pink deck. That was just I'm gonna sit here and
Didn't I have a crystal?
try and score all these 3 bonus points.
You're not.
Yeah, well.
I
Then
drew
Bulk
something
got
very good.
banned.
so 6.
Then the
one side got
rules
banned,
changed.
and then it would be banned.
Down to 3. Bounce. 1
But yeah, this deck does have 9 ways of gaining extra points if you count the vote. And I do, seeing how I've used that for extra points.
I don't think I've ever used the vote for extra points.
I mean, it was my win condition at Gen Con.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, because the second one.
I
went
think I
down.
played it 10 times against Ivory.
As to what the problem was that
How mean.
I played it a lot against Ivory, let's put it that way. He was at 13 to my 0.
Jeez.
And like, and well, no, because so maybe yeah, but and the one that turns your main into a paper toy.
Right, that's entrance exam.
It is. Okay, what's the other one that you just get an AT when it flips? Trouble tricks.
Yeah, there's one copy of Trouble Tricks.
Cheese is talking about his problem deck.
2 on the So it was an interesting conflict, but
It started 13 to my 0. You got a 14th point, but I'd scored points by then, Ivory.
He's like, stencil.
Because I neglected to remember that you had ways of moving friends during main phase.
Yeah, if I had
Or not main phase,
not even used it.
face-offs.
But, like, you have
Thanks
nothing.
to Chaos Text.
And then if you played her, it's like, well, it's only 2 more to move her. Stand still.
Fox only, no items, final destination, yes. Yeah, it took... Yeah, so for those unaware, Ivory was... We're talking about my match versus Ivory. My Gildas, all 3 of them were apparently in the bottom 10 cards of my deck.
Our game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was done.
It happens.
Turn 1, 18, turn 2, 18.
Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. When I finally established the lock, I was playing so fast, trying to get 15 points. And I think I was at 8 points when they announced 12 minutes remaining. I'm like, oh, that's plenty of time. Or no, 8 minutes. Yeah, 8 minutes remaining. I'm like, oh, that's plenty of time to score the remaining 7 points I need. But yeah, the vote. It can score points. It doesn't usually score points, but it can score points. And even in like aggro versus aggro, sometimes the correct call is just, well, you're ahead of me and I need 1 more point. We'll play the vote, score a point, and then DFO, win. So yeah, Scoots versus AJ. Good old reliable AJ.
So, disregarding who you think is going to win, who do you want to win?
I want Scoots to win. But I am just of the opinion that blue farming is just better than orange farming, so I'm just like, people should not be playing orange farming, they should be playing blue farming. So this is completely biased. But yeah, I think if it's not 50-50, it's 60-40, maybe in AJ's favor. But it's between that range, I think. I could really see it going either way.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of who draws the right stuff in the right order.
They both have good problems for their strategy. Scoots really likes that 4.
Yeah, it's going to love it. Especially if it goes first.
4 for Scoots, not looking
Not
good,
great.
but can still. Nope, 6. Okay, yeah, Scoots going second will hurt a lot, because if AJ just goes troublemaker, Scoots might just lose.
6 is higher. You are starting fire.
Actually, yeah, if AJ goes troublemaker, I think Scoots does in fact just lose.
Yep. Kind of like what happened to me back in Everfree.
Oh well.
Can't quite reach that.
I thought that was because it was Nightmare Moon.
So yeah, so it's even more specific.
But the thing is Scoots needs to hit that problem and has no way of busting through except for Tyrik's Reign of Terror.
Yeah,
And has
getting
no
played
way of getting that
cards.
extra blue.
Yeah, so I will straight up just lose if he draws. So I guess yeah, we'll see when he draws.
Yeah, ooh.
But he doesn't. Well, but you would know that how Scoot's aggro works, even if he doesn't know the deck list.
Yeah.
But he probably doesn't know that he has. He can't be sure that it has absolutely no other way of getting blue. So, there's 2 villains. That's
Yeah,
2
okay.
villains.
What Scoots
Now
has to
let's
do
see.
is wait for one of those problems to be clear and then confront it that turn.
Yep.
He can't keep that hand. There's no friends.
Yeah.
Trash, vote.
Bye.
Yeah. Aggro decks like friends. Yeah, AJ is showing off to the camera that he has lots and lots of troublemakers.
So which 2 troublemakers would you play?
I would play Tyrik and Nightmare Moon.
Yeah, I think that is the right 2 to play.
You play Tyrik, 2 Rock Slide, Nightmare Moon, 2 Cloud Bursting. then the Nightmare Moon mucks with the AJ or the Scoot hand badly. Who already needs 4 power, 3 more power to confront, and it all has to be white power. Like I think AJ has won this game. Like turn 0, I think AJ won this game.
Yeah, this is. I mean, there's ways to come back from it, but it's pretty slim. It's not an excellent hand either.
No. Wait, oh hey, those look familiar.
I know, right?
Yeah, assuming AJ plays Nightmare. Oh,
Which he did.
what?
He's just gonna play the 1.
And not to cloud bursting. Oh,
Well, I guess Scootaloo's still in this game.
Scootaloo is still in this game then. Yeah, AJ said, it's okay, Scoots. You can flip. I am going to beat you anyway.
Yeah, it's just showing them that he doesn't need.
So did he
an
play the
automatic
Nightmare
victory.
Moon? I don't think he did, but
No.
do you assume that's Nightmare Moon and play your rarity now anyway? Looks like he does. No, maybe? He's thinking about it. He's got the Thunder Lane. So he has a good hand if he can start flipping.
Which he will be able to, because
Yeah.
only one troll make it hit the field.
So he
Yeah.
says, I don't think that's Nightmare Moon. If it is, I'm going to play rarity here just in case.
Yeah, I think that's the right play, because if it's not, you can't afford to lose it.
Right.
You don't really lose that much by playing rarity there this turn.
Yeah. It is in fact Aoizodal, so now he's going to, for 0 AT, move up there and challenge Aoizodal next turn.
Harry?
Yes, of course.
So does he have a Popping Corn or a Bailout in his hand? It doesn't matter, he can't play them. Never mind.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't think I saw either of those.
Yeah. Looks like he's looking to play a Troublemaker here. Scare that rarity. But Scoot says, I don't care, I need to flip.
Yeah, there's a little bit of priorities here.
Oh, looks like Scoots is not familiar with Varmint Barricade, or he just needs to remember the exact wording.
Yeah, there is a lot of exact wording that's very
Yeah,
important in this game.
Barricade is an interesting card. Going to spend Barricade from Barricade, move AJ.
Oh.
Move AJ, says, I'm going to beat this Aoizodal next turn.
Sorry, that well, the card stack is just left over.
I mean, with 2 flips and 3 power, it seems likely.
Yeah, but you never know.
So, Scoots
There's an
draws. There's an RTO, but at this point, the only thing on his mind has to be move Scoots, confront for 2.
Yeah.
Oh, does he have a trashed?
Um.
He has a wing actuator. That's not going to help.
Yeah. He needs to. There's nothing else he can do but do. Well. What is that? No, that's not a trash.
He has a 2-bits. So he's thinking, do I play the 2-bits? Well, he can't play the 2-bits yet.
Yeah. So this
He has to flip his main here.
Yeah. There's only one play you can do. There's nothing else you can play.
I think he's just afraid, is this a Nightmare Moon? What do I discard here?
Main phase.
But, again, you can't play anything in your hand. Like, I don't think he has a single playable card in his hand.
No, he doesn't. All of this require either too much white or too much blue. So I'm not sure what is going through his mind right now.
Oh, I don't know. Pay 2, thinking. I mean, you need to confront before the Troublemaker flips.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a
your deck
very
just doesn't
apparent threat.
function without
Yeah,
Scoot. Yeah,
exactly.
okay. It was really worrying me.
Yeah, I was like, there's nothing else you can pay 2 for in your hand.
Move up Scootaloo.
Oh, looks like he's just not familiar with how Scoots flips, and that might be why he just let him have that flip. Confront for 1, flip Scoots.
180.
Yeah, I think that's the issue here.
Yeah.
1. Flip Scootaloo.
Might come back to bite him, but we'll see.
Hey, Arcat,
No.
is this the AJ player that was at Ponycon?
I could move the 2 up, but I don't have any. 2, 4, 6, 7 in cards in hand. Your turn.
There's a Tyrek. Scare that rarity.
Yep, but that's not a Nightmare Moon, and Skula is going to be happy to see that.
That frightens this one. Start with a face off and on this card. Just friend with least card, no friends. Plus 1 card.
So do you think it was the correct play to play Tyrek instead of Nightmare Moon?
I don't know. I can't see what that first flip card was, but
Yeah, I
the
think
second
you
one
know.
was a Starlight Glimmer, so that's enough to win.
Yeah.
No, we're outside, but you flip.
Oh no, it needs to be at least a 2. Or if it's a 3 or higher, then he wins. If it's a 2, then it's a tie. So it must have been a 3 or higher. That's 2 points for AJ, and 2 diligent counters.
Nothing I can do. Okay.
And it begins.
Okay, yeah, so this is the AJ player from last year. He is also a top 16 vet. I don't think he made it this year, though. Did he make it this year? No, I think he didn't make it this year. I think the one
No.
AJ player was someone else. He does have the Continental's champion Matt, but wait, that's Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, he did make top 16 both other years with mod farming. The first year he was the person playing mod who was not Nation. Troublemaker, I'm shocked at this turn of events.
Did he have another Troublemaker that wasn't Nightmare Moon? Or is that Nightmare Moon?
It might be Nightmare Moon.
Let's see if he still has it in his hand.
Yeah. Nope, that's a Nightmare Moon.
Yeah, so unless he drew another Nightmare Moon, that's not Nightmare Moon.
Yeah. So,
But he's gonna play another. He's gonna play Nightmare Moon there, so.
yeah. I think that's the correct call, because now he can
Yeah.
flip it if he feels he needs to.
Yep.
So, what do you do if you're Scoots now, right?
Yeah,
You're going to have
See,
4
does he have
AT. He can confront, so with 4, if he had 5 AT, oh, he doesn't have the white either. I don't know. What do you do here? Oh, there's a Rutherford. Rutherford isn't going to do
Rutherford
much good.
yeah.
3 plus 1 bank.
He might just have to... I think you play 2 bits and then you pass, actually. And the reason you play the 2 bits is in case the Nightmare Moon flips, but I don't think he has a good play outside of the 2 bits.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I mean, he can confront for 1. What does that do?
3 versus.
Yeah, there's no reason to confront for one over there because you know it's gonna get fried.
Yeah.
So don't see any real reason to try that.
If he could get rid of that Tyrek, but that's going to be... Well, okay, he could play... Okay, so how's this for a play? Play 2 bits into Wildfire at Scoot's problem, and then next turn you play Thunder Lane.
That's
You retire your Frightened Rarity. You don't have any white, but you retire the Frightened Rarity, get rid of the Tyrek.
Take that 3.
Does he have any other white in his hand? No.
No, he doesn't.
Oof. Maybe this is not a play he can do.
What much white entry does he have? Let me see. Yeah, he has a decent amount of white entry, he's just not drawing them.
Yeah, and he can't challenge Tyrek to send Rarity home. I think you play the 2 bits and you pass, and hope you can do something better next turn.
Yeah. I think
Okay, he's looking at
about-
playing the Wildfire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if the Scootaloo player had gone first, this would be a slightly different game.
But then again, if there was two troublemakers that dropped down immediately, it would also be a much different game.
Also very true, yeah.
Get more power there for next turn.
Okay, pay 2 to rally.
Huh.
That lets him play the wing actuator? Is it 1 rec or 2?
Rally.
I think it's 2.
It's 2 rec.
No, it is
No,
1
it's not
rec.
just
So we
one
can
rec.
play the wing actuator if he needs to. And he's playing the wildfire.
1 for 2 bits. Dismiss 2 bits.
Next turn, he's assuming... Next turn, he plays the wing actuator on rarity and loses the wildfire?
Yeah, because that would at least keep your entry. So I think
That would
that's
keep your
effective.
entry. You'd
And now
have
you have
a
more
lot of
entry.
it.
So you
Then
can
you're
do whatever
7
you want.
versus 6, and you have the Rutherford, and now there's a Nightmare Moon. So at least he has stuff on the board, right?
Yeah. My question is.
There's a Night Glider, an RTO, and a Tyrrek. He needs that Tyrrek's Reign of Terror for sure.
So my question is, why didn't he play 2 bits and then dismiss it to play wildfire?
He did.
So we got. Oh, he did? Oh,
Yeah.
I missed that.
AJ wins.
5.
Yeah.
That's 3 points.
Flip it 2, no chaos.
And AJ continues to go bigger.
Yeah. AJ's up to 5.
Versus
And we'll see another Troublemaker flip next turn.
12, 13.
Isn't AJ up to 7?
I meant 5 points.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, 7 power, 5 points. So,
Cards go to the bottom.
I think what Scoots has to do is next turn bank, which really sucks. You don't want to be banking. But then the turn after can play the Reign of Terror and confront that and the Rock Slide. Hopefully with an Earth Pony, but I don't know that he has any Earth Pony. Yeah, he doesn't have any Earth Ponies available. So he might lose that face-off, but he has to change these problems.
Yeah,
And
these
get rid of that
not
Tyrrek.
control.
Oh, and there's a Flim and Flam in hand. But the Flim and Flam doesn't matter because you have the Tyrrek's Reign of Terror.
Yeah.
So Scoots will go up to 4 AT next turn. Yeah, it won't be enough to DFO. And unless he plays the Flim and Flam to Rock Slide, it won't even be enough. He won't be able to even face off because of the Rock Slide.
If I played a Troublemaker, does it go below or?
Wondering what they're discussing.
You uncover them, and you can uncover them in any order. So you.
Oh,
you
really?
could
Yeah,
play
they're asking why is there still a face down Troublemaker here?
Oh.
But it's because
Like,
the
if I
Epic.
played it up, I could
That's
still
how
go
Epic
bottom.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can play one now and then flip either one of them.
Oh, I
first.
can choose which one. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Because what it is that you uncover your troublemakers in any order you want, and it's not like there's a stack here. It's
Right.
not an ordered zone. Or
Right.
There's just multiple. You pick whatever one you want to
Oh,
uncover.
interesting. Okay.
And then if it is not epic,
Yeah, this is not looking good for Scoots. That Nightmare Moon trashed a very good hand.
result.
Indeed.
Like those 2 votes? Ouch.
Yeah, and lost the Thunder Lane as well.
Yeah, lost a Thunder Lane. Playing another Epic, looks like. He has a Flim and Flam. Is that a Popping Corn?
Don't come up very often.
Is it?
I think that's a Popping Corn.
I'll take a look when I can.
Banishing a Bailout, that's something Scoots wants to see not show up. Ever.
Yep. Well, it's not a fun card when you're playing aggro.
Still can't see what that other card is.
I
Oh, it's
do not
Iron
think-
Will.
Yeah, I did not think that was a pop card. Did not look like a bit.
Okay, so...
Start discard a card. Go.
Oh, now AJ's moving to Tyrrek. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're Scoots, you unfortunately just can't challenge that Tyrek, no matter what. You lose your only white.
Anything else?
Possibly the only white you'll ever see.
Flam, flam,
And there's
flam.
Flim and Flam, yep. But again, Tyrek's Reign of Terror says, whatever, Flim and Flam, I really don't care.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that, so
Yeah.
it's not a bad play.
And clipped wings on the wildfire, oof.
Yeah,
Okay.
that hurts.
That real Scoots does not like that at all. Well, Scoots gets to draw a card and gain 3 AT.
Onto your home. That was there. No banked action tokens? Nope. Okay. And my turn?
Another RTO. So he's got the point acceleration in his hand. You just can't use it.
Yeah.
Draw.
Well, okay, what he could do... No, he doesn't have the white. Never mind. I was going to say he could play RTO and move Scoots to Rock Slide.
Hi.
Well, it'd get him 2 points.
Yeah, but RTO would be gone. So.
Yeah. Well, RTO would be at home, and then he'd move RTO somewhere else. He'd move
Yeah,
it to the
that's true.
Tyrek. But if he doesn't have the white. If he had the white, I think that would actually be a good play.
Does he even have a play right now?
No, I'm pretty sure the correct call here is do nothing, which sucks because he's far behind. But it's the only call he can do.
Thinking about doing something. I'm not entirely sure what.
I think he might be falling into the trap that I have AT, I have cards, I have to play something, but I think that's just the wrong call here.
Well, your flips are incredibly higher than mine.
So now AJ beats up this Tyrek. Does he run back to Rock Slide, or does he confront and force a face off and get 2? I think you just confront and force the face off, right?
And if I lose and somebody gets sent home,
Yeah, that's. You get. Yeah, you get 2 points for that, most likely.
Yeah. That would put AJ up to 9.
rarity, that's not a big deal.
Does AJ still have Trollmakers in his hand? I don't think he does anymore.
No, he has the Iron Will and the
There for
I think just Iron Will,
turn,
actually.
or the single problem face off if you don't move away.
Maybe he. Okay, so I think Scoots is afraid. Is one of these Troublemakers another Nightmare Moon? Do I have to play one of these cards in case that's Nightmare Moon? That's a valid concern.
You'll be 7 versus
But even then, the only thing I would play is the Tyrek's Reign of Terror and just let it sit there.
5 because you have me.
But if that happens, then he gives AJ the opportunity to DFO that away.
Good as your flip.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, he doesn't because Flim and Flam prevents that from happening. So that actually might just be what you do here.
Yeah. I forgot about Flam Flam. It does work for both players.
My turn.
But I
Have one uncovered here.
this might just end in AJ's favor soon here.
To confront on my turn.
Oh, is he still thinking about challenging?
Score a second.
Oh, is he?
At that point,
But he can't.
Yeah, he can't.
7. So
5 versus 6 versus a higher flip, and he loses all of his white.
I do nothing.
Let's take a look at the flip averages. Yeah, it's 3 to 3.9, so it's not great.
Yeah. I mean, he could win, but it's
Yeah,
not very
I mean-
likely.
Yeah, because you have to be. So you're down 1 average flip, and you're down 1 power.
Yeah.
So let me check really quick.
And he already discarded a Thunder Lane, and I think at least 1 Standstill, and he has a Tyrek's Reign of Terror in hand. You know, that's 3 of his high flips.
Yeah, and the lowest AJ can flip is a 2.
And
so that
he's
means he
already
has to-
revealed 2 of those.
Yeah, and so in order to just tie, in order to tie, he has to flip a 3. in order to beat it, he has to flip a 4, and a 4 or 5.
And there's another Nightmare Moon. So yeah, he was afraid.
Yeah,
Is there another
yeah.
Nightmare Moon? But I think he made the correct call. I just have to
Okay. Nightmare.
hope it's not Nightmare Moon.
So much for my plan.
Which really sucks, because I think that's 2 of his Night Gliders and an RTO.
Yeah. And he lost the Vein of Terror, too.
Yeah. He flips a Standstill.
Oh,
Flips a Nightmare Moon. So,
not today.
I know it's a little too early to call, but I think this is AJ's game. Because now he's going to face off. He's going to leave that Nightmare Moon there.
You might as well.
Face off. Go, 11 power AJ, so he's going to win this face off. That'll give him another 2 points. Put him up to 9. And he has a Bailout in hand and an Epiphany. I can't see Scoots winning this short of a miracle.
That's what I should have done. Oh well.
Now,
Hindsight.
to be fair, this AJ player is one of the better orange farming players in the world right now. So, well, at least in the U.S. Like, I've played against him. He's very strong. He knows what he's doing. Even if he did make 1 or 2 small mistakes against me when he was playing against my pile deck at Ponycon. He forgot that AJ has power outside of face-offs, even if inside of a cardboard box. So just was not flipping her.
Oh, I see.
So I think you confront face-off. Next turn you confront again. Go up to 10. Then confront, again. I think you just confront until you can beat up Nightmare Moon for 3 points and win.
Yeah, seems good. There's nothing Scoot can really do about it at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, but...
No epic wins is going to... no epic wins. 3 out of 6 point accelerators in the discard. 2 the votes in the discard. A Tyrix Reign of Terror in the discard. That's like half of his outs, and he's at 1 point. Oh, Scoots or AJ runs away.
I think
You can have a point, Scoots.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't think it really matters that much, because it is nice to just sit there, too, and prevent him from doing much, but it really doesn't matter at this point.
I think the discard helps a lot, but yeah, you're right. Now he could play a standstill here and make AJ have to spend another card, but on the other hand, is that really worth
He doesn't have the
it?
white, does he?
Oh no, he doesn't have
Two
the
white.
white. You're right. He only has the 1 white. So chat, do you see a way out of this for blue-white?
Sorry, I'm trying to...
Anything you think we might be missing?
Okay. Enter.
Okay, there's some extra AT. And a card. Now he has to random discard. Is that a Rutherford?
I cannot see it. But see what he discards. 4.
It
Yep,
was.
there goes
It was Rutherford. He could have played the Rutherford before the discard if you wanted to hit the Flim and Flam.
But, oh yeah, because the Flint Flame actually does matter now, because now he doesn't have Reign of Terror.
Yeah. Well, the only way he's going to be confronting 2 problems is with a Reign of Terror.
That is true.
Yeah, I had an action window I could have played it in. Oh,
So what do you do at this point? Start digging?
that's my first screw up.
Yeah, I think what I would have done is I would have played the Rutherford to Nightmare Moon. Well, no, yeah, you don't want to frighten Flim and Flam this turn. You needed to frighten him next turn.
Yeah, so you
When
just
the problem
unfrighten.
was clear. So yeah, it was right not to play the Rutherford. Hope it wasn't discarded. Ouch. Because if it was, at least you could have DFO'd and gotten AJ off that problem. But dig. Thunderlane. Thunderlane's a good card here.
My
Very good card here.
normal discard pile.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't play it yet. Wait until that Nightmare Moon is gone.
Yep.
But unfortunately, that bailout sitting in AJ's hand. I don't know. There's
Yeah,
another
it's-
wildfire.
There's not really many outs left for him at this point.
Yeah.
He's just too far behind to catch up.
Yeah, I think he's just too far behind. There's that Brayburn. That's not going to be very useful here.
You know?
There's another Rutherford.
Yeah, I think Chad is right. This deck desperately needed Epic Win to get out of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Navy Tiger's right. So at this point, I don't think you can do anything but try and score 1 point.
Yeah.
And even then, he might bail out the rarity, and then you're not even scoring that point.
You always put a Sapphire Shores there,
Yeah,
but that's probably not worth doing.
probably not worth, no.
I think he's no. Doesn't you can put a Sapphire Shores there, but AJ's gonna win anyways.
Yeah, I think what you do is you pass turn. Like assuming that your opponent has no way of disrupting your confronts, the only way you're going to win this is pass turn. Next turn, play Rutherford Frightening, Flim and Flam, and you play your Thunder Lane. Unfortunately, then your Thunder Lane or your rarity gets playing.
Alright, so how much-
All right.
But so AJ has 9 power right now.
Yes. No.
So-
AJ has 9 power. 9 power.
Yeah. So AJ is up by 2 right now, and
But no, play. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
AJ's up by 2, but no longer has the extra flip.
but that doesn't. I mean, so
He's thinking, do I play the other Sapphire Shores here?
for the extra flip.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's what you
that-
have to do.
Yeah, that is the only. That's the only way you can get out of this at this point. That is the correct play. I didn't even see that.
Quite enough.
Incidentally, it is a bit of a shame that he is running... Oh, no, he is running Dance Fever, too. My mistake. I was going to say he should be running Dance Fever over Sapphire Shores, but if you're going to be running both, then no problem. Oh, you move Scoots.
Yeah. So why do you move Scoots?
Yeah, I think playing the Sapphire Shores is the right call here. Oh,
Yeah.
Bailouting?
Bailouting what? Does he just really not want him? Yeah, he just really just doesn't want him to get the extra point.
Yeah, okay.
You what?
I would have saved that just in case something went downhill.
Yeah.
Exhaust and doesn't ready during my next. Yes. Really, really tired. Alright.
So, no point.
And
Nope. And AJ has so many ways to win this. So let's see. I mean, Scoots can flip a 4 or 5, which means AJ would have to flip. AJ basically has to flip a 2, or to even have a chance of losing.
Yeah.
And
And that's not
he
a
did
2.
it.
No.
challenge. I don't get a flip and I go on.
Yeah, that's 13 to 10.
3, 10
Yeah.
total versus 9.
Nothing that can be done there. Yeah. Now, if you had played that Sapphire Shores, could have possibly flipped another 3 or 4
Nope.
Yeah.
and won that.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he moved Skulu over there. What he was trying to accomplish with it.
Yeah. So, if you're Richard here, I think what you do is you play Carbo to cloud bursting, score a point, and then you're just in a fantastic spot, right?
Yeah, because you're gonna have a villain flip over, and you're.
Well, there's going
gonna
to
win
be a
that.
DFO next turn.
Do you even need the DFO?
Oh, he has to discard randomly.
Oh, yeah. That is
Sick.
true.
So, is that the Carbo? No, it's the
Yeah,
Epiphany.
that's not incredible.
Oh, you haven't
But-
yet, so.
Because he has 10 points.
If
right
you're
now.
Richard, you have to DFO.
But he can't DFO. Let's put him play him.
No, you play Rutherford to cloud bursting.
Oh, yeah.
you
can
DFO.
do that.
But yeah, I think you play Carbo Loader to cloud bursting, score 1 point. Even if there is a DFO, you're still in a good position. And then you've got that Carbo extra flip for the rock slide in case there's not a DFO, right?
Yeah.
But that's fine.
I don't think he needs an extra flip at this point.
I mean, he doesn't, but security is security. I mean,
That is true. But he's got a 11 powered AJ that pretty much beats anything.
Yeah.
I think just with one flip, I think he has no chances of losing that face off now.
yeah.
Yeah, he does have.
But I mean, there could be another, or well,
Yeah,
no,
that's
there
true.
can't be another Earth Pony there because a villain will frighten the Sapphire Shores, etc., etc.
yeah,
Now, here's
so-
the thing: if he does play the Carbo, he's telecasting. I have no cards in my hand. I can't disrupt you.
Yeah, so I would just actually keep the Carbo and
Okay, he's gonna play it, score that point. I believe that puts him to 11. So now Scoots has 5 extra AT this turn. 2 of that has to be for Rutherford. Like-
yeah. Well, I mean, he could get a Reign of Terror, but he didn't.
No.
Doesn't ready.
Because if you get a Reign of Terror, that could also be a way.
So, yeah, I think the only thing you can do is play Rutherford here. Then, if you think you're going to win the face-off, you drop
Troublemakers exposed.
what's his name, Thunder Lane. But I don't think he can win that face-off.
Let's see, because yeah, it's
3 on one side plus 5 on the other side, so that's 8, right? Versus 4.
15.
So 8 versus 15, and if you played the Thunder Lane, that's plus 5, right?
Yeah,
Confront there already.
Yeah, so that's 13 versus 15, both flipping 1. So it's not impossible, but it's not likely.
so in order for him to win, let's see.
Oh, does he even
Yeah.
have enough AT to play them both?
Because he'd be down by 2, so that
Yeah.
means he has to flip one of his 5s, and AJ has to flip one of his 2s, or they have to flip a 5 and 3 in tie, or
Yeah.
2 and 4.
Yeah. And
So
then
the odds
AJ
are
can also
very
exhaust Carbo and hope, right? So yeah, I think this is the only play he has.
Yeah.
And then he hopes that he can play
Rutherford, frightened.
Thunder Lane, right? Or he could play the Sapphire Shores and try and have an extra
Yeah,
flip.
get an extra flip. No,
He's just
can go
dropping
flip.
Thunder Lane. He says,
Well, he knows his opponent has no cards in hand, so.
right, but like I don't think I would play the Thunder Lane now if I wasn't guaranteed to win.
But he's pretty much guaranteed to lose if he. Well, no, not necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, still, I would have held on to that 4
Yeah,
AP.
that's
Is what
true.
I'm saying.
Yeah. What is...
I don't think it
I don't-
matters where it
Yeah, it
is.
doesn't really matter. It's not an Earth Pony.
Over there.
He does in fact have wings.
So if that was over here
Yes.
instead, wouldn't be a single problem face off. So we lose
In fact, there are no Earth Ponies in that picture.
true. Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
So he is hoping
And then I will move
hoping
you
for an
away
upset. Flip high, flip high, flip high.
points here.
So he needs a 5 or 4. He automatically loses. Yep,
Then he
that's
lost,
it.
yeah.
And
And there-
move
yeah.
face off, where I don't get to flip an additional card because we both have one Earth Pony. And so I flip a 1. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yep, doing the math, coming to the same conclusions we did. Not happy about it.
That one too.
Oh wait, he did win?
Additional, it might go up by
No, we shouldn't have.
I'd rather not.
Not with flipping a 1.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Oh, wait, I won. What are you talking about?
Sorry.
14. Right, he's got 14.
Yeah.
AJ has 8,
15 without the
11,
flip.
15 in play.
Seven,
And then flipping
Yeah.
another 3 is 18.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 versus 18.
Yeah, that's the numbers we came to. Yeah, if he had flipped a 5 there,
Is there anything else I can do about it?
Yeah, he had
that
to
would have been a
flip
tie.
Yeah, he had to flip a 5 or 4 to even have a chance of
Yeah.
winning.
Point.
But at least there's new problems. That moves his scoots for free.
Problems reset.
Ooh, so now he gets to... What would you call here?
Character here, and I will.
Probably
Um,
still Night Glider?
I would maybe call Reign of Terror.
No, I think you're right. Reign of Terror is the correct call here.
'Cause you're not scared of Night Glare. That's not gonna help him.
Yeah. That's one Reign of Terror. Yeah, only the one, thankfully.
Can I see your discard? Yep.
So yeah.
Because that Fluent Flame is going to turn over this turn. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Night Glider overpowered.
Okay, I do not have any Night Glider overpowered.
Okay, so now he has a Scoots trigger. What do you do here? You move Thunder Lane and Prince Rutherford?
Yeah, you definitely move Thunder Lane. The other one doesn't really matter. Just move Rutherford and Sapphire Shore.
Well, no, you want to keep your white at home because
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, so just move Rutherford.
There, that's 5.
no, you move Wildfire to the other problem. Get it frightened, get rid of that clipped wings.
Oh.
So move this one here.
Well, why would you move Rutherford there? You know it's just gonna get scared.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe
That's-
maybe he thinks that's not an epic?
Oh yeah, you could think it's maybe a Starlight Glimmer.
Yeah, Starlight.
Your turn.
Because they did not see each other's deck list.
Right. Well, there are Starlights in that deck too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
well,
I guess he's
apparently they're letting him take it back. But yeah, I would have just moved the Wildfire. Let that Wildfire have her wings back.
Yeah.
Clipped wings actually being put on a Pegasus. Who'd have thought?
There's Tyrek.
Yep, there's Tyrek. Now you spend a card, move AJ up there, and you're ready to win.
Yep. So I feel like the only way out at this point is just somehow get lucky and draw a Reign of Terror. I mean, to stay in this game.
Or another Rutherford.
But that wouldn't help him DFO to get rid of the.
Well, I mean, Tyrek is... Oh, yeah, you're right. He needs a Reign of Terror. 100%. And even then, how is he going to get the power there? He could move Thunder Lane there. Then he needs to get 3 more power to the other problem.
What is Reign of Terror's? How much power do you need?
5.
5.
Yeah. And he's
So
only
he
going to
also-
have 5 AT to work with.
Yeah, so that's 4. You only have 4 after playing Reign of Terror.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 4.
He in that one card he's going to draw, he needs to draw Reign of Terror and Thunder Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he had held on to that Thunder Lane, and then he could have a different... oh, stand still. But yeah, if he had held on to the Thunder Lane, he would have 7 power at his problem right now, right? Because he could have moved
Yeah.
Sapphire Shores.
Yeah.
And then draw Reign of Terror, play Reign of Terror, use that 4 AT he hadn't yet spent on Thunder Lane to play Thunder Lane there, and then also move up Rarity
Suppose I could have.
or something. You know, get 1 more power to your problem somehow.
Yeah.
DFO have
It is what
probably still not a very good chance of winning and give AJ 2 points, and that sucks. Is that another carbo loader?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, he has no chance at this point, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Playing carbo loader. Oh, he is... Is he confronting? I think he's going to confront. Yeah, he's going to confront.
Alright. Just make that chance 0.
And flipping Flim and Flam. So he's going to go up to 12 points this turn.
Should have saved it.
If he beats up Tyrek, which he will, he'll go up to 14. Oh, he's moving counters. I don't think I would move counters.
Yeah, I don't see the need to, but I mean, he's pretty much got tier 1, so.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's still 9 versus 5. That's very good. So he goes up
Yeah,
to 12. Next turn he beats up Tyrek, goes up to 14, and he just needs to confront 1.
Yeah. He probably doesn't know for sure, but 9 versus 5 guarantees that you will win.
Right. Well, if he flips to 2, he goes up to 11 versus 5. Yeah, 9 versus... Yeah.
Alright, is it? No, it's not. It's a rarity.
Even if it was a Reign of Terror, he couldn't confront it.
So, like, he would have 5 AT, wouldn't he? So he would play it for... Go down to 4, play it, and then draw 1 card, draw Spitfire, play Spitfire.
Okay, you're right. You're right. That's literally the only way he could have done it.
Yeah.
If he needed to draw Spitfire or Tyrek's Reign of Terror here, and he needed the other one to be the next card down. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I think this is AJ's game.
Yeah, there's no outs left.
12, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, there were Ever Vigilance he could have drawn too. That could have helped. Because then he could have moved the Thunder Lane to the Tyrek's Reign of Terror.
15.
Does he have them? I don't see them in his deck.
Oh, you're right. He doesn't. A Cybernetic Limb Actuator would have worked, though.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
If I draw a Tyrek's Reign of Terror, and then I have 4 AT to get 5 power there, which I could do, pay 2 to move Thunder Lane over. And that would
So yeah, if he
5,
wins this,
so
you know,
the 8 ended there.
yeah, right now, how would he even win that face-off, too, right?
2 AT.
Yeah. I
There's
don't
just,
think you can.
yeah.
Oh, there's
There's the Wing
Thunder Lane.
Actuator.
Yeah,
That gives
but it
him
doesn't help.
plus 5 power for
But
2
it
AT.
Doesn't really help him with the situation, though.
No.
Because even if he wins that face-off, it doesn't matter. AJ's still going to win.
Well, it'll put him to 5 points, and well, 6 points instead of 4.
That is true.
For you, we're at
5, 8, 10.
Even if I did DFO,
So he'd be at 15 versus
points and game's over.
12? Hey, there's the vote!
It's a little bit too late.
Yeah, there's not really anything to do about it.
He could play the vote for a point, and then Wing Actuator on Sapphire Shores and hope he wins the face-off. And just go, I want to be at 7 points.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the... It'll give you some points at least. Go out with a bang.
Right, yeah. 7 to 15 is a lot more glorious than
He slowed me down.
4 to 15, right?
Yeah.
What are you the
No, he's
voting?
just gonna get...
Oh, yeah, he is getting the point. Yeah, okay. He just says, I'm going to
That's a good point
lose,
to say.
I'm taking this point. And now,
Put myself a new point. Yay, I made it to 4 points.
Alright, players. That is time in the round. So, active player.
now you confront for a point?
You're not
And
gonna
face
keep the
off?
team.
Yeah, might as well. You get a point for it.
Okay, so
I
it's
thought
confronting for a point and face off. Okay. Can he win this face off with that wing oh, he's using the wing actuator now anyway.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, there's no reason to save it for anything.
Yeah.
And then I will pay 2.
That's a 4, so he has a possibility of winning.
Oh,
that's
4 versus 2.
I
I think that won. I think that wins it for him, unless he exhausts those carbos. Just to but I mean, he
But
can't
no, you
flip
can't.
higher than a 6.
Yeah, so there's...
He won!
Can he? Doesn't he stop at Nightmare Moon? He could have flipped. He could have flipped.
No, he already
He
did.
three of them?
He flipped it earlier.
Oh right, he flipped
Yeah.
it. I forgot about that.
So yeah.
You win.
So he realized he wasn't going to win, just said, I'm going to get as many points as I can, and he did. He got the full
Yeah, he
7.
did.
So 7 to
I didn't
15.
have enough foreknowledge about planning for.
Okay, well, that was it. AJ has taken yet another tournament. Scoot's got second, though. That's pretty impressive.
Great enough to still play. So sometimes it works because it's not really the matter.
So
Well, it seems to have been reliable enough for you.
what do you think needed to happen for Scoots to win that game?
Okay.
Not have
Well,
2 Nightmare Moons would have been a help.
He needed to go first of all.
Yeah, needed to go first, have no Nightmare Moons, draw some Tyrant's Reign of Terrors sooner.
Crazy mechanic, but I don't think you got it.
Crazy mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I think it was an uphill battle.
Cybernetic limb
Yeah.
actuating a.
From the very start, he had very slim chances of winning.
No. Okay.
That's kind of the craziest thing in here.
Okay.
I didn't against Big Cheese. I didn't quite get to use a Tyrant's Reign of Terror to score the 5 points off of his Fire when Ready. But I've done that before. One tournament, so that was fun.
So it sounds like against Cheats, he was, in fact, just trying to score the fire when ready. Just biding his time.
Oh wow.
Hey, there's a Fluttershy. It's very pretty and it's signed.
You have a choice of. Here, let's clear the cards off of here so we can see what's
Okay.
going on. We have
And there's a Modrock.
the Fluttershy Bank.
Is this first place gets their choice and then second place gets the other one?
The Mod Eye,
Or does first place get both?
and you may choose either or.
Based on how long it's taking you, I think it's this first one you said that first
Yeah.
player gets one, because it looks like he's deciding.
Hmm.
I'll take
Yeah, it looks like that's the case.
Okay, so Modrock goes to AJ, who
Harmony Tournament.
we already know likes Mod, since Mod brought him to 2 top 16s. And
Yeah,
very nice signed Fluttershy statue.
yeah.
Both very, very nice prizes, to be perfectly honest. So
Indeed.
congrats to our top 2.
Warning: choking hazard.
choke.
Choking hazard.
Quite,
It doesn't really say that.
Yeah,
probably why.
Fluttershy is apparently a choking hazard.
Good to know.
It's pretty cool looking.
Probably because you're going to choke from her adorableness.
Go in here.
Oh, and they get packs too. Hooray for packs!
Hey, guys.
Packs.
I still have a box of those I need to open.
Mark some time.
Here's your Nightrider Overpowered. Thanks for running.
Yeah, I won a box at Continentals, and
I did.
it's just been sitting there.
Yeah, like I don't know what to do with those. Like, I already have the cards in.
There's commentary? Oh,
How many packs did I get each?
Looks a healthy amount.
they're commentating?
Oh boy.
Looks like second place got 6. He was counting them out. I can't see how much first place got.
To open these on stream is what you're saying?
Okay.
What if I don't?
Didn't see anything shining in there.
So I'm going to see if we are going to be able to do an interview. If so, we'll stick around for that, and then we'll be leaving the stream for the Team Sealed event, and then I will be coming back for the Villain Challenge, which was what was that? It was late. I remember that.
It was like
It's
7?
2 p.m.
Or
Pacific.
no, 8.
Oh no, that's the Team Sealed.
No,
yeah.
that's
7
2 is not late at all.
7 p.m. Pacific
7 to 11.
for the Villain Challenge, or as I like to call it, the Village.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interested in doing a brief interview at the end after you collect your products.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So,
What is that? I have no idea what I'm looking at.
I'm looking at a zipper wheel.
Oh yeah, I'm hanging on the other side.
Zippo, and a spike. Pink yellow spike.
How would I think it is?
See,
Yeah.
he's weighing the packs to
Yeah,
see if they
I-
have foils. Aww. Okay.
Don't do that on stream.
Enterplay is watching. Looks like we are going to be able to interview both of them, however.
That doesn't work anymore.
Oh my god, please.
Looks like he found one foil.
I gotta lug this.
Put that on stream.
So, might not want to buy packs from this guy.
Yeah, I was suspecting, the second he brought that out, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a measuring tool.
Maybe he's just doing it for his own personal. Hey, there's a pinky.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those do you have again? 7?
Yeah, 7. I opened every single one of them.
And there's a glimmer.
Fun note, I did not even have 7 boxes.
Okay, I think he's just showing his predictiveness. I think he's just trying to predict for us.
Yeah, if he's opening them all, then really doesn't matter.
Are not foils.
Oh. His prediction algorithm failed.
Or,
This size, I don't see.
I mean, it's not perfect, because there's a lot of
No, it's not
variance with it.
perfect.
Yes.
But it does actually it has pretty good accuracy, I believe.
I think it's a viable method for measuring your own stuff, and it's
Hey, there's a
cautionary
cheese.
tale-
That's a nice
and
cheese.
it's a cautionary tale to everyone else to not buy packs that could have had grubby hands on them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he says it's a cautionary tale. He
Yeah, I think I do remember seeing posts from him on Facebook saying that anytime he does sell them, he does say that these have been weighted and do not have foils in them.
Fair enough.
Because yeah, I do recognize the Richard Owens, that name on Facebook. I've seen it before.
Okay.
But still don't do that. Sure.
Well, there's a mystery mare. I wonder if we'll ever figure out who Mystery Mare is.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's quite the mystery.
Still have 12 in here.
There's a T-Rex. Fortunately, the less useful T-Rex.
That is, in my opinion, the second worst super rare printed.
Yeah. Wait, which one's the worst to you?
Magic Arena.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty bad. It had potential, but the odds just didn't work out.
Ultra rare and super rare for me.
Like, I could see what they were trying to do with it. It does sound cool flavorfully, but it just doesn't work.
So alternatively, I can
So that's
my laptop and get on the Mumble there.
in all of their packs. That's 3 super rares and 2 ultra rares. It's not awful. And I still think Ponka is a reasonable card.
I still wish I don't have 7 of them.
7 is a lot. Like,
Card's okay.
even I can't envision more use than 4.
How much is that card worth anyway?
Might as well get 2 more and fill a binder page with it.
Yeah. Didn't you get 2 in 1 box?
No, I never got 2 in 1 box, but I got 2 at a pre-release.
You got 2 at the pre-release, and then 1 in the next 5 boxes.
No, so actually, so I went to 2 pre-releases, and 1 pre-release I got 1, and the other pre-release I got 2. So I had a playset by the time pre-releases were over.
And then you opened 4 boxes,
Yeah.
and they all had a pinky.
Yep.
For you, she's a 7 filly pony. Or 7 party filly, whatever. One filly party? I don't know. What is it? Well, I think it's 1 filly party, right?
I think so.
I'm just happy I didn't just
But not for you.
Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah. Pinky is best.
Yes. Pop, pop.
And Grandpa isn't here to tell me otherwise this time. Haha. Got someone on stream who has some
I'm
taste.
not here to tell you otherwise about what, Bugle.
Nothing.
No, go ahead. Tell me again.
Pinky is best pony.
Fluttershy is best pony.
No, she's not.
It's all right. It's your right to be wrong.
I know. It's your right to be wrong, too.
No, he's saying this standing here, like
No,
three
go
answers
ahead, tell
from
me again.
Chrysalis being like, no, I'm the best pony.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know those two.
Best pony.
Who? I don't recognize them at all.
Not at
It's
all?
alright.
No, I've never seen them.
Alright to be wrong.
Coloratura and Twilight? You've never seen them?
Yeah, never seen them.
Standing here, like
Oh, you should watch the Coloratura episode.
no, I'm the best pony.
In all the Twilight episodes.
Yeah.
I know those two.
So,
Back in the case is fine.
So how's it going on the interviews?
We are ready to go when you guys are.
Yeah, sure. Bring them on.
All right, let's do it.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Who would you like to interview first?
Let's go with first place. Robert.
Alright. 1 second here. So we are
Hello.
ready to go when you guys are.
Hello?
Hello. Okay.
Who would you
Okay.
like to interview
Hello.
first?
So, how's it feel to be Continental's champion for a match?
Thomas, hold down control when you
It's good. I'm just glad I didn't discard my main or anything. That's my big accomplishment.
Hello.
So,
We need to delete that recording.
so you guys didn't have each other's deck lists, so how confident were you going into that last match?
I didn't know what he had. Most people know I run a Villain Farm. I wasn't very confident at all, actually. I didn't think I'd win, but I should, I guess. So, yay.
So, we were discussing that when you went first and had two troublemakers in hand, that if you had played both troublemakers, one to each problem, you probably would have prevented Scootaloo from flipping. Was there any reason you didn't do that, or?
I think I just wanted to stack them at my rock farm. 'Cause I think I had a bad game before when I did that. It wasn't a recorded game.
Oh, okay.
So I was remembering that. I don't know. I probably should have, though. I think you're right.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's true, because if you didn't have since you guys didn't have the deck list, it was hard to know exactly what was going on. But had you had his deck list, you would have known that he did not have any blue entry at all. He relied on flipping Scootaloo immediately. So if you had known the deck list, you would.
Right, yeah. He also had no cracking the cases.
And no epic wins.
Or epic wins, yeah. So he would have had one blue entry and no ability to play any blue cards if you had prevented him from flipping. But if you didn't have the deck list, you didn't know that. So.
Yeah, I guess that was a mistake on my part. Oh.
Huh? Well,
Not
oh well.
necessarily.
I mean, you made judgment calls and it worked out in the end.
That's
And
true.
some of it is just working with what you know, and since you don't know it, you do what you can.
So, what are you going to do with that mod rock?
I don't know. I kind of regret picking it because now I got to lug it around. Like more of it.
How heavy
Like,
is it?
now I got to carry it. It's not that heavy, but
But it is big.
it's gonna make my backpack's already kind of heavy, so it's gonna make it a bit worse. It's like now I got to carry it. It's not that heavy.
Are you going to compose poems about it?
It's gonna make my backpack's already kind of heavy. Yes, many poems. I'm mostly surprised my deck did so well because it's kind of old. It's not really updated with the meta too much. That was my big surprise because every time I want to update it, it's always right after a tournament, and I don't really have a local game store nearby, so then I'm lazy and I just say, well, I'll just do it before, and then before a new Ponycon, then there's like no time, so I end up not changing it ever. So then I'm late.
Honestly, the meta hasn't changed that much. So.
Yeah, is it the same build you ran at Gen Con?
If not the same, it's extremely similar.
Okay.
I end up not changing it ever.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't had a new set yet, so
Yeah,
not much has
unfortunately.
changed.
Yeah, that's one reason I don't change it right after, because I don't know if new set's coming, which will change everything. So.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't had a new set.
So is there anything you're looking forward to in the next set?
Yeah, that's one reason I don't change it right after. I don't know if new set's
More
I don't
villains?
know. Yeah, more villains to farm. I'm more scared of things than looking forward to things. New sets are always usually bad for me, honestly.
I don't blame you.
So I'm kind of happy the set got delayed.
Oh, well then.
I'm more scared of things than looking forward to things. New sets are always most of my cards are from Premiere, so I don't know. It's getting hard for me to keep up buying cards. So when there's less sets, it's easier for me to keep up with the game.
Makes sense.
I don't know. It's getting hard for me to keep up buying cards. So yeah. When there's less
So,
sets, it's easier for me to
during that game, like, you were in control of the entire game. Do you feel like you were in control of the entire game?
Yes, actually, I was surprisingly felt like things were going pretty well for me. I'm sure I played it safe. I could have. One thing I was considering doing is putting power on. I think it was Fat Jack, and trying to get a single prom face-off win there. But I decided just to play it safe the entire time, just because things felt like I had control, and I felt like if I was in control and ahead points-wise, there was no point, risking just for a point or two. It didn't feel worth it, so I decided to play it safe.
Fair enough, fair enough. Why make risky plays when you already
What do you
are in a
guys think
safe
of the
position?
end play? When I transferred power to those two Applejacks, do you think I should just transfer to one, or
No, I think transferring to both was better
yeah?
because you knew he had Frighten, and if you'd frightened one,
Yeah,
then
that's what I thought. Applejacks. Do you think I should? Yeah, but if I transferred to one, then I could. Well, it's unlikely I'd get higher than a 4 for a flip anyway. So
Right.
I guess,
Yeah, I think it was better just to transfer it to 2, because you wouldn't really have much better to flip than a 4, and you can flip like a 5, but you can't flip 7s because you already had all of your nightmare. You played 2 nightmare movements and 1 nightmare movement was on the bottom, so the only thing you could have done was flip 1 higher, and even then it was very slim odds.
yeah, I guess it worked well. It gave me a lot of options and a lot of things he had to beat. So yeah.
okay. Anything else you want to say to our viewers before we talk to Richard?
No, thanks for watching. Thanks for commentating on the game. I'm probably gonna rewatch them.
Okay, yeah.
Stuff. So,
Hopefully we didn't say anything too nasty about you that we'll regret later.
They're probably saying mean things about me. Oh my gosh, at least I didn't discard my main. Like I said, that was my main. So I did that yesterday, which was awkward.
Yeah. Oh, one last question. Are you going to be participating in the Villain Challenge later?
Yes, I will. I have a team. We're gonna try it. So that
Cool.
sounds really fun. I haven't tried it before. I've only barely heard about it. So
Yeah. Well, it's pretty new, so not very many people have tried it. Now, if it was me, what you should do is you should go in with a team of Discord, Chrysalis, and Nightmare Moon.
I've only barely heard about it. So.
Have them take down the threat.
Okay. That's a good suggestion. Like I said, I don't even know what the Nightmare deck is. So I think I kind of want to go into it with no knowledge. I think it will make things more interesting. Just for this game.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Like I said,
But yeah, good luck with that, and maybe I'll commentate on one of those matches later. So, yeah. Thanks for talking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for again commentating.
I love your tokens, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're from a dungeon.
Oh yeah, I know. It's a fun game.
Oh yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
All right. Can we get Richard next?
Thank you. Bye.
Let me
Yeah.
go ahead. So I believe it is the mic up at top that you're hearing me through. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have some echo.
Probably.
So I believe
I mean,
it is the
we
mic
can't
up
see
at
it.
top that you're hearing me through. Is that correct?
Our cat or
As
cheese
opposed
would
to
know
talking
better.
directly to his laptop.
I mean, we can't see it.
As opposed to talking directly to his laptop.
Just switch here. Just sit in my seat.
Okay, so if I switch to this side, then I can push the talk button easier.
Okay, makes sense to me.
All Okay, so if I switch to this side, then I can
So,
reach to push the talk button.
congrats for second place and for your Fluttershy statue.
Thank you very much.
Is that...
Fluttershy is best pony, so I'm pretty happy with how that turned out.
Okay, so you got the prize that you wanted anyway.
Thank you very much. Yep. Best pony.
Okay,
That's
cool.
always good.
Yeah.
Quite a big collector of the My Little Pony toys, figures, etc., and I don't think I have this particular one. Plus, signature is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely is. So, you had a rough time that last match. Like, how did you feel going into that match and how it was turning out? Like, did it
going
go big?
in, I don't think I've played him before this particular match on this particular tournament, so I didn't really have any intimate knowledge on the deck itself, and so I didn't really know how to prepare well. I'm pretty happy with how I played. I think there were no major mistakes that I knew about at the time, at least. Hindsight being, yes, okay, there was a Nightmare Moon coming, so I should have played this down or whatever. But overall, hindsight being, yes. Okay,
We thought you played around the first Nightmare Moon pretty well, playing the rarity, because you knew you had to play that.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was planning ahead. I have stuff in hand. This will work after he defeats. Nope, there's another Nightmare Moon. There goes that hand, and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. I have stuff in hand.
Yeah, that
This will
second
work.
hand, losing that one was really brutal.
Nope,
You
there's
had
another Nightmare Moon. There goes that
2
hand.
Night Gliders, an RTO, and a T-Rex Reign of Terror, and you wanted all of those in this matchup.
Yep. I think just after that Nightmare Moon is when I inspected my discard pile and realized, yep, there's all 3 RTOs. Yep.
Oh, was it really all 3 and 2 Night Gliders?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Ouch.
think the first hand discarded one RTO as well.
Yeah, that's bad. So, did you think things were basically hopeless at that point, or?
I try not to think about it too much because I don't want to get too down. But
Fair enough.
In the moment, just try to play with what I have and that kind of stuff. So no, I didn't really comprehend at that point that yes, I see he's up this much and control state, etc. So I just tried to focus on what I have available and what I can do from there.
Makes sense. Yeah. Like, don't worry about what might happen. Worry about what you can do. Makes sense. So, when you lost that die roll, were you upset, thinking that maybe he's going to play 2 troublemakers and I'm going to be in trouble?
No, that really wasn't something I'd considered at all. I hadn't seen his deck list. I didn't really know that he was running villain farming anyway. I did see that his main was appropriate for villain farming, but I didn't really consider that could have been a possibility.
Okay. Yeah. Because we were discussing, we knew he had the 2 troublemakers in his hand, and if he had played them both, we were looking through your deck list, and it didn't look like you had any good answer to that.
I definitely do not. In this particular deck build, if I get locked out on the first problems, really no way for me to recover from that to get my main flipped. Occasionally, if I can eventually defeat one or sneak in while one wasn't up and confront my opponent's problem instead with just white
The white,
entry
yeah.
and the main, then I could possibly recover, but it would be a huge goal.
Yeah, was there any reason you weren't running Epic Win or Cracking the Case?
Just my local meta didn't have any villain farming running at the time, and so this is what I built.
Fair enough.
Just my local meta.
Play with what you got. So yeah, well, congrats. It was a pretty good shot. You did fairly well considering the situation you were in. Like you said, there was a lot of unfortunate circumstances. I know Ponka can relate that Double Nightmare Moon is difficult to recover from.
I don't want to talk about it.
I agree.
Yeah. Any particular reason you were running blue-white? Just fan of aggro?
I agree. I, for a long time, was running a DJ pink-white, so pink for acceleration on draw, and white because I enjoy some of the shenanigans that it can get up to with RTO, and pink for shenanigans as well. Having run that and basically not changing it for quite a while, I decided I wanted to rebuild a deck for Scootaloo because it just seems overpowered, and I'd seen one other player in my local meta running Scootaloo with RTO for white, so you can just move the RTO back up immediately every turn, and so I wanted to build something around that. RTO for white. So
Yeah, it's a
so I
pretty
just
solid
went through
strategy.
what I could for that immediately every turn, and so I wanted to build something around that. And so I just went for what I could for that.
You have any questions, Bonko? I think I'm about spent.
No, I think you pretty much asked everything I had.
Oh, right. I remember something. We were going to ask about your fancy little weighing device there.
So not weighing, that's thickness.
Thickness.
It's called calipers. And so I find that it is more accurate than the weight method that I had used before. And I don't feel any shame about weighing or measuring my own cards my own packs. I just make sure that I make it obvious to anybody if I'm going to try and resell packs afterwards that, hey, these particular packs have been weighed and they don't have any foils left. And I can usually sell them for about $1 at that point. And I think it's probably a good thing to be able to share with other people to say, hey, this is out there. Don't buy packs that could have had people actually ruffling through them.
Right, a cautionary tale.
This is out there. Don't buy packs. Exactly. That had people actually ruffling through them.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, we were admittedly a little worried at first, but then we heard you talking that, basically saying what you had just said, but I wanted a more clear version for our viewers at home. So yeah, okay. I think that's about it then. Sorry?
I'll also comment there that, like for instance, when I buy a whole box, when a set comes out, I'll go ahead and in there that, like for instance, measure all of those, open the foils, and then the leftover ones I could run like a free entry draft tournament with, or is one of the things I've used them before
really
in
cool.
previous, or just give them away, that kind of stuff. Cool. Opening boxes of to try and complete a collection and or play set collection. You always end up with massive amounts of leftover stuff, including rares that are duplicates anyway. So having unopened packs that are something that at least somebody could enjoy in some way, like with a draft.
That makes sense.
Sounds very sounds fun. Yeah, I can see why you would do that if you've. How many boxes are you opening?
I still have a full case of 6 Marks in Time sitting in my closet at home because I got sick of opening them.
Well, okay.
I still have a full case of.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of cards you're apparently opening. You looking forward to set 8?
I am, and I enjoy just resorting the commons and uncommons that I get people to donate to me for giving away for the free decks for the learn to plays.
Fair enough.
So if you want to pass that out there in the world, that hey, I usually need more of the uncommon mains to go with them. Otherwise, I'll just be giving them away with photocopied proxies instead.
Hey, well, I think you just passed it along to everyone who's listening.
Giving them away with photocopied proxies.
So,
thanks much.
Yeah. Anything you're hoping for from set 8?
Thanks much. Not that in particular. I'm a collector mainly, so whatever they put out, I'll end up putting in my binder.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You going to be
more
playing?
shinies?
Yeah, more shinies for sure. You going to be playing in the Villain Challenge?
Yep. Think I'm gonna be modifying my brother's purple control deck and see if I can get enough other meticulous in there to be able to flip without the ancient research problem. And see if I can get enough other meticulous in there to be able to.
You could always have your teammate put a card. No, you have to put it on specifically. Never mind.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
You could always have your teammate put a card. Well,
I'm
best
also
of.
I'm quite concerned about the popper on Sunday since I didn't bring a popper deck, and I devoted space in my case for all these free decks to give away, and didn't bring my play set, so I don't really have a whole lot to build. Well, considering just playing with one of these common uncommon free decks that just have miscellaneous cards in them, so it could be fun. Considering just playing.
Yeah, could be fun. Good luck for the rest of the tournaments or the events you're going to be in for sure. I will definitely be commentating on the villain challenges, so maybe you'll be on stream again.
Thanks much.
Yeah.
Catch you guys around.
Okay, later.
Alright,
Thanks for talking to
thanks.
us. Okay, well, in that case, I think that's it for me right now. Are you sticking around for Team Sealed, Ponka, or are you taking off as well?
I think I'll be taking off as well.
Okay, yeah, so I will be back for the villain challenge. Again, that's at 7 Pacific, so quite a ways away. But I'll be back. I'll probably be back slightly before that, just to hype people up a little bit. It should be fun. I am looking forward to it. As you can tell, both our top two are also looking forward to it. Maybe you can see some silliness from them. And yeah, let's come back later, yeah.
Is this the first time Villain Farm's been on stream?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
not
so-
Villain Farm, Villain
Oh,
Challenge.
no, sorry. You know what I mean.
We've had Villain Farm once or twice before.
Nah, we've never seen it before.
AJ's done the rounds. So yeah.
Mod back in my day.
Well, it's Rainbow Dash now. Well, and AJ.
Well, yeah, AJ's still here, as we saw.
Yeah. So, yeah. You have anything else you want to add, Ponka, before we sign off?
I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm going to be taking down the stream. I think Cheese and are going to be putting it back up once Team Sealed is available, so you won't have mats to stare at, I'm afraid. But yeah, I will see you all at about 7. Catch you later.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is going to be fun because we're going to have to reconfigure all this